for that sub, Mateus. Good evening. All right. I had to get my foods out of the oven. Oh, hey. The fireplace is just getting started down here. Give you a little bit of a bigger view of the fire as it starts. Because I have a fireplace now in the chateau. It's purely digital. That's all I got. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what I'm thinking. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody who's watching. Whether you're on Twitch, I see Sir Nick, Charhoof, and Dixie over on Twitch, and a lot of people in the live stream chat already over on YouTube, it looks like. Chloe, Mystery Man, Ron, Yanni, I saw you share the timer on Instagram. Thanks for that. Paul, good to see you in here. Heidi, got some Boyd action going on in here. Laura, good to see you in San Diego. My sister is in San Diego. I actually meant to text her to tell her that she should stream me while she's working in the kitchen today. She's got quite the Thanksgiving spread getting started from what I've seen in the family chat and on her Instagram. Hey, Dixie, Arena, Michael Hoylman. I was gonna say Holy Man, but that's not the I is not where I thought it was. Good to see you in the Lower East Side there. Hi, Endmore. Good to see you in here. Peggy, A and B. This is C. Yeah, this is a lot of J for one day. I am so sorry. Hi, Lona May. Good to see you in here. Lita, good to see that you're in here. Peggy, Pam, Eraptitube, Ellen, CMG in Glasgow, Wolfat, as always. Good to have you in here. So, what's up, Catherine, Julie, Amin, good to see you. Oh, and Lebanon. Oof. Love some Lebanese food. Now, I'm going to show you what I've got for food here. Here, I'll give you the big, we'll go back to the big camera here. See if this works. I don't want to dump, I put everything in a bowl because I want to be safe sitting in front of this super awesome computer that a lot of you pitched in to help me get, and I don't want to ruin it. But this is what we got going on in here. It's rotisserie chicken. Whoa, there we go. Rotisserie chicken that I bought fresh off the spit down the street. And grillette, is it grillette dauphinois, I think is how you say that. It's a potato dish that's like basically sliced potatoes, cream, and butter. And that's basically it. Maybe there's some cheese in there. I don't think there is. I think it's just like basically like a delicious potato dish. That's what I'm going to be eating. Here's how I'm thinking that this is going to go down. Because this is just, after my 50K, my super long 50K stream, I also have a beer here that we can crack open. The Deck and Donahue Indigo IPA. Still got a lot of them. You'd think I'd have plowed through them by now. But no, I'm not drinking that many of them that quickly. Cheers and happy Thanksgiving. So this is what I figured I'd just sit and chill. We have a couple, you can see there's a schedule rotating below for some simple stuff to do. I thought about doing some outrageous things, some big things, but after yesterday, the videos that some of you have seen today, I was just completely exhausted. Like I had a meeting with Kate in the afternoon and cooked dinner for her and could barely stand. We had a good time. It was good to catch up and talk about the future and what's coming next for her. But ooh boy, I was super exhausted. So tired. So I figured, you know what? I should be resting today, and I got other work done. I'll rest this weekend. But I figured we just come and chill. I'll eat a little bit. You can eat if you're ready for Thanksgiving. If you're not, you can always come back to this and we can eat together later. Or you can just chill and hang out for a little bit and watch this instead of, I don't know, A Christmas Story, whatever it is that you would be watching otherwise. For those of you that don't celebrate Thanksgiving, this is not what Thanksgiving is normally like. Usually you're with friends and family and tons of people. I can't be with my family either this year, obviously, and it's not exactly smiled upon to be with friends right now either. So I figured, share a little bit of Thanksgiving with you. I did manage to get a meal from Sunday in Soho, but for tomorrow. So I'll have like a real Thanksgiving spread for those of you that are feeling really sad for me. Don't feel sad. I'm actually really lucky that I can get a full Thanksgiving meal for one, as well, actually for two. I'll try to share it because you gotta share a little bit. Wink, wink. No, I didn't say that. Did anybody say that? So yeah, that's basically it. We're gonna hang out. I'll eat for a little bit. We'll just chat. We'll chill, enjoy the fireplace here. Then over on Instagram, there are two things that I set up. One was just a regular Q&A for people that want to ask questions. We can do that again. And then also just asking what you're thankful for. One of the traditions, one of my favorite traditions now, I think as a kid I hated it, but one of my traditions that I love now is taking the time to reflect and ask those questions. What are we thankful for this year? This is a year that's definitely been a struggle for all of us to varying degrees, and it can be hard to remember what it is that we're thankful for. And so it's a good opportunity to sit down, think about that, and reflect. And so I will share some of what I'm thankful for, but giving you an opportunity to as well. So if you go over to my Instagram stories, there will be one that you'll get to that asks what you're thankful for. You can put that in there and we can talk about what you're thankful for, which I think would be great. Obviously you can leave things in the comments as well, which is phenomenal. And yeah, that's basically it. I figured we do, I thought we should probably stop calling them love bombs and start calling them love storms. I think that's a better way of looking at it as well, but it's Thanksgiving. So there's some people we can storm with some love along the way. And yeah, I'm just planning on hanging out here for the next 4-ish hours to chill. I'll talk, but I'm also gonna stuff my face a little bit. This meal is like as close to French as you can get. They're not as close to French, as close to Thanksgiving as I'm gonna get at this rate today at least, but that's okay because it's really good. The rotisserie chickens, you can get a half a rotisserie chicken for €5 just down the street. Unfortunately, it wasn't my favorite spot. They were closed. But it was €5 for half of a chicken, which I'm not going to be able to eat all of anyways, I don't think. Maybe I will. We'll see. And then like €3.80 for the potato deliciousness I already showed you. It was good. The seasoning is perfect. Don't need to add anything. I mean, I'm always tempted to add salt, but happy Thanksgiving. All right. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge over on. Yeah, I guess you guys can see the Twitch comments popping up on YouTube, so that works. Happy Thanksgiving to the PNW, Chinese AG. Happy Thanksgiving, Lindsay. Kevin. Gobble, gobble, indeed. I'm going to gobble this up. And more. Did I get a... I didn't... I don't think so. Not yet. You sent me a package. I don't think I've gotten it, but it might have showed up at the Peloton today. They said there were a few that showed up. Hi, Maya. Happy Thanksgiving. I thought, you know what? Like, I'm going to put a lot of... I was thinking about it today. I was like, let's come up with some games. I was looking into some games we could play, some other stuff. I was going to get really involved in it, and then I was like, nah, we're just going to chill and chat. I mean, I could come up with some games, but it's also on the YouTube side. There are a lot of people that are not interested in the game side, but we'll see how that goes in the future. Happy Thanksgiving, Jason. Yeah, well, I'm hoping the coronavirus situation is over, and by the time next Thanksgiving runs around, It's not forcibly lonely. Laura, it's Thanksgiving. What greens? I can't make green bean casserole. I don't have an oven. I did eat a huge salad today though. So for me, on Thanksgiving, I'm perfectly happy with turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, and stuffing. And of course gravy on all of that. All I need. That's like top tier for me. Next tier down is gonna be, sorry, maybe the music's a touch loud. I know it's not too bad. Next tier down for me from there is green bean casserole. Love green bean casserole, especially with the crackly, you know, fried onions on top. I would love to have like an apple crumble or an apple pie for dessert. And I have some dessert. I did get some dessert. And I also have a thing full of M&Ms here because in the Swanson holiday tradition, M&Ms are everywhere. All the time. I don't eat M&Ms here in France hardly ever, but I, you know, had to grab a bunch for the sake of posterity and my family. And yeah, that's why I'm really hungry right now, actually, is because all I had was salad for lunch. It was a big salad. It was like the second half of the salad that I made a few days ago, but whew, I'm hungry. And this is really good. So that's for Thanksgiving, that's fine. We don't do mac and cheese where I'm from, but I love that. I think it's a great idea. I'm not a huge fan of yams. They're not bad, but I'm not going for the candied yams. I'm not a big cranberry sauce fan, but I think that was a childhood thing. As much as maybe as an adult I would like it, but I'm so happy with my top three there. That like, oh, and the thing that I would do if we had it is sparkling cider. I do love a good sweet sparkling cider, for that alcohol-free, sweet, bubbly deliciousness. That is like my preferred Thanksgiving drink as well. But this beer is great, so I'm not going to complain. Thank you. I'm trying to get there fast enough to see. Mysterio88, appreciate that. Over on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. I could technically microwave a green bean casserole, but that means it has to have been pre-made, and I don't know where to buy green bean casserole. I feel like would be, I don't know that it'd be frowned upon in France, because in reality it's green beans and like cream, so the French might actually love it. Cream of mushroom, right? But I'm not sure that they sell it anywhere. I tried to get a puree, like an actual like mashed potatoes, you know, puree, and the equivalent. It's not really mashed potatoes. They didn't have it, but this was a good call. This is a good second. Happy Thanksgiving, Dana. Out back, about to dunk the turkey. I really hope that it's completely thawed, Michael. And then hopefully it's delicious. I've never had, I think I've only had a fried turkey once. Thanks, Raphael. I hope that you're feeling blessed as well. So what am I thankful for? We'll talk about what you're thankful for later. Gonna give you time to go over, if you want, over on Instagram and leave me what you're thankful for, and we'll talk about that. This is good. I'm coming back to this. This is gonna be a winter meal. I'm definitely doing this again. All right. I'm really thankful right now for friendship. So thankful for friendship because I have a lot of really good friends here and around the world that have, I don't know, that I don't take for granted, but like that's a low bar. At the dinner table, I think that'd be one of those ones where I'd be like, oh, come on. So I come up with some more fun specifics. But I feel like I'm just so grateful that there are people in my life that I can turn to when I'm having a hard time, and I know they'll be there, and that turn to me when they're having a hard time. And it's been a year full of moments where we've needed each other, and it's been, I think, the fact that we can't be together, haven't been able to be together for most of the year, has really highlighted that, like the need for each other. And I think that's why I've been thinking a lot about, like, when I brought up the idea of like the chateau, you know. The idea of the chateau, I think, for me is kind of a key one. Not a key one. I think the part of the allure of it is that idea of bringing people together. All these people that I know around the world that I love. That it's a long-standing dream. It's nothing new. Like we've always wanted something like that, right? But I think that it's more front of mind right now with the way that our lifestyles have changed and forcibly, and how much time we have spent alone. one way or another. So I'm really grateful that I have people in my life. And I've seen a lot of studies and stuff recently, a lot of videos about it, like what is, people talking about what makes life worth living. And so much of it comes back down to and around to relationships, friendships. And, they talk about how like loneliness, like not having friends is deadly, especially later in life. It's like, okay, that's one of the things I really want to focus on the most. Like, I already was focusing on it as much as I was already, that was a thing for this year. But now I want to make sure that it's a real focus and keeping that in mind, because I think once we get out and about next year, hopefully we get out and about next year, it's going to be easy to forget that. I think it's going to be really easy to forget what we've gone through and just get back to life as normal if we don't put some effort into it. So it's good to reflect on that right now. Eating potatoes and chicken, heck yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. People, a tradition of fruit salad. I think we had fruit salad actually as well. Usually there'd be a fruit salad made with like yogurt in it, or as like the binding ingredient. This is good. For those of you that are jumping at it, what are you thankful for? You can put it in the comments. I'll come back to it later and we'll put it. I'll check on Instagram and see what you said. But this year, 2020, full of things that were miserable and not worth being thankful for. What were some of those good things that we can be thankful for? Hoax marshmallow at Scream. I think I had some marshmallows. Joe Brouillard sent some Christmas marshmallows, but they're not here. Found a bone. I don't have a bone station. This is the downside of eating out of a bowl. I gotta make one out of my napkin. There we go. Some interesting ones over there. Thankful for some good lessons, Dixie. What was one of those lessons, if you don't mind sharing? What was the lesson that you learned that you're grateful you learned? Now, better late than never, right? Happy Thanksgiving, yeah. And Spike with your marshmallows. Happy Thanksgiving to Twitch as well. I don't want to totally neglect the Twitchers. I'm just gonna slowly eat this. I know this is a weird stream, but I figure we just chill and chat. There's nothing stopping us. Having a grand old time here. If you feel like wandering off watching some football, I guess there's no parade to watch today. Christmas movie, whatever. I'll probably still be here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well, Lori. My mom's doing well. She's doing great. I'll talk to her after this. Hey, happy Foxgiving there, Fox. I like that. That's a good photo. Oh, I'll keep you posted, Michael, for sure. I don't know what to do with it. I was thinking about it in terms of like, what if I got my bag? Like, what would I do if I had money to invest right now at a chunk? And I think that's one of those things, like investing in community and in friendships and bigger projects, like reinvesting, like just giving people opportunities to grow their own businesses or whatever. Oh man, there's just so much possibility there. I'm mulling over it a lot. Happy Thanksgiving, Armando. Hey, Peggy, yeah. I mean, if you're going to hang out with Corey and Chantel, you're pretty used to slow, chilling times. chocolate cranberry walnut bark. That sounds good. Sounds really good. Happy chili day to you too, Rob. What's up, Blazing Inferno? Happy to thank you. Hypothermia games. I'm sorry. Oh, you okay? Good. I did answer your question. I see that you saw that. I was gonna say sorry if I missed it. Good. Glad you're feeling warm with the fire. I do have a fancy toaster oven. It does okay. That's what I kept this warm with. It is not accurate at all, the temperature gauge, I realized. Trying to just keep this warm at a safe, high temperature. But that's okay. It's how I make nachos. It's how I should probably make like other fun little things as well. But it's more like the layout of where my hot plate needs to be. That is, my sink is, everything. And everything's just too low to be comfortable for, you know, prep work and everything else. I hate cooking in this apartment. Hate it. And actually, that's one of those things with the, like, because HelloFresh, my friend Jess convinced me to try HelloFresh. And I was going to try and cook it here, and it was stressing me out so much, like, it physically hurt. Just the idea of trying to make it work, and then it turns out I just don't even have a lot of the stuff that you need to make the meals that they send. And so when I took it down to the office on, like, an office day, made a meal down there in a real kitchen, it was great. I loved it. I had a great time. I loved cooking, and it was a good reminder of, like, oh, I actually really do like cooking. Like, this is really nice, like spending 20, 30 minutes prepping a meal, cooking it up. Oh, it's awesome. So, not that I don't like cooking. It just is going to give me an ulcer if I try to do it here, and not for what I'm eating, purely from the stress. Is it too early to start drinking wine in New York? Rachel, no. What is it, 1:30 on Thanksgiving? You're already behind. Life with nachos is very important. I'm doing great, Rattan Carp. The weather outside is dark. That's about all I can tell you. I can't see anything else. And probably cold, but I closed the window so that I wouldn't annoy my neighbors. I don't know if I know my neighbors when I do this. And actually, I don't have a lot of neighbors right now. Most everybody left the city. Some people even, like, there was an Australian couple that was living around the corner, and they, like, bought a house in the country and literally just left. Oh, sorry, I missed a couple, didn't I? Oh, some bark for Christmas. I won't turn you down. Happy Thanksgiving, Lorraine. Oh, balmy 60s sounds nice. Wow, those are great lessons. And it's also good to make sure to have a good toilet paper stash. That is a good lesson, Dixie. That's a 2020. That's a very 2020 lesson. Somebody had a joke where they're like, and you can see that this house was built in the year 2020 because they have a secret stash back here that was dedicated to hiding toilet paper. That was great. Yeah. The hypothermia, the cooking, all those meals basically require that you're using the oven and like two things on the stove at once. Even the salad required baking something and like boiling something and frying something. It wasn't even frying, it was like the seeds. So I was making a salad and I had to put feta. It was great. But I baked feta on a bed of onions with olive oil and oregano. Phenomenal. But you had to bake that for like 15 minutes. And while you're baking that, you're boiling the couscous, like the extra, I don't remember what they called it, but the big couscous, which is really good. And while you're boiling that, you got to fry up the like squash seeds. I would never be able, it would take me like twice, 3 times as long to make anything. Assuming I could even get it the oven hot enough that I have here to do it. I don't know. I'm just complaining. Don't mind me. Happy Thanksgiving. I won't complain about the cooking. You are behind, Rachel. Get on it. Come on. What are you drinking? Red or white? That's the question. Happy Thanksgiving, Susan. That is nice, Ellen. Yeah, Chantal's getting out and getting a lot of streaming done. Once I get I was thinking once I got my bike back, I would get out and film more in the city. I think that's going to be my timeline. Get back to like the 80 and 8 and so forth. That's how I'll do it. Cookie duster. What is a cookie duster? Oh yeah, 10:30, Trevor. Get started. Happy Thanksgiving, Bulax. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope that this is just a chill time to chill. A chill time to chill. Just hanging out with the fire. I made sure to look up one that was royalty free and had no copyrights on it. It's over on YouTube. That way, you know, just being safe. I do want to speak more languages. It's true. Oh, that's good, Rob. I'm thankful for those things too. We're lucky to be alive and fed. That is no joke. Happy Thanksgiving, Jody. Say hi to the family, especially the fur baby. Nutella bars. Could be good. Oh, good, Rachel. Going for the red. We bought white wine to make because you have to, like, all the random stuff that HelloFresh assumes you have in your kitchen. It was supposed to be white wine vinegar, so I have a half a bottle of white wine that I need to finish at some point. Pink Notre Dame. I haven't been down in Notre Dame at sunset in a while. I need to do that. Working my way through my delicious rotisserie chicken and potato deliciousness. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a real family. Oh, that sounds great. Jason, that's a good way to do it. A cup of hot chocolate by the fire. Are you talking about convection ovens or ovens? I don't have a convection oven, but I do have access to one. But the one I have here is a toaster oven, which is good for keeping this stuff warm, but that's about it. Or making nachos or garlic toast, which I haven't done in a really long time, and now I really want to do. Now I'm thinking about it. Thanks for Tankar. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like those videos. Those videos took a shocking amount of energy. Ooh, thanks, Laura. Cheers to that. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for the pitching into the beer fund. Hold on, I give you some applause. Thanks, Laura. I did not make the chicken. It's a rotisserie chicken. So it's a freshly rotisserie chicken. Oh, thank you very. Oh yeah, look at it, just popped up in. You get to be on screen with a zombie there too. I was gonna change the gifts to be Thanksgiving gifts, but I'm dead. I'm so tired. It's all I can do just to hang out. So you're getting very low energy, low commitment, low anything, Jay. And so see below, I don't even have goals for this video. I'm not even trying to do anything. You're not even trying to make me drink. I'll do that anyways. It's Thanksgiving. Just hanging out. Make a kitchen counter one that doesn't require a hood? Huh? I'm glad that they helped you to get some thinking going. That's good. Ah, cookie duster mustache. Yeah. Well, it's the full mustache that I had with the beard, obviously. But hey, thanks, Alan. I'll have an IP on you for sure. Yeah, super chill, Jay Swanson. Saludos, Melissa. Oh yeah, Jody. Streaming is just a nightmare, anyways. Getting any of this stuff to work. I was trying to, so that's why I quit. I was trying to get it because they were wanting me to connect a payment method if people wanted to tip me over on Streamlabs. And ooh, there the zombie popped up. A little bit slow over on Twitch for some reason. And I was getting so angry because it just wasn't accepting like my ID. And I just gave up and I left because it's amazing how quickly it really gets under my skin setting up all the streaming stuff because none of it works. At least not the way it's supposed to, and definitely never the first time. So I like the setup we got going right now here. It's not too bad. We can improve it over time. How do you feel about the Thanksgiving turkey? I thought it was a fun addition. You can get caught up on the beer there a little bit later, GTAC. No harm in a little bit delayed beer gratification. This is really good. I'm really happy with this. What are you all eating for Thanksgiving? So I know Jason is deciding when to put the turkey on. My sister is currently working on her turkey, I know. So maybe everybody's having turkey? Anybody else having rotisserie chicken today? Or is it just me? What do you have? And what is your favorite? Let me know. What's your favorite, like, Thanksgiving dish? I talked about what my favorites were. I got my top 3, and if I have them in conjunction, I am the happiest camper alive. Why delay beer gratification? Well, if you're drinking, for example. I mean, if you're driving, definitely delay. Oh, man. Jody, that's a lot of work. I had to return. I got some Elgato streaming stuff. There's a capture card for my camera. I actually got it for the Nintendo because I really wanted to stream. I've been dying. I need to try again. I really want to play Breath of the Wild again, but I want to stream it. Joe, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Joe also sent some extra treats recently, including goldfish for Kate, which is her parting gift. No, don't worry. I'll get her something else. And some stuff for the Peloton, whatever. Joe, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Favorite is cranberry sauce or deviled eggs. Oh, I forgot about deviled eggs. I hadn't thought about that. Turkey breasts in butter is the way to do it. Everything. You should cook everything in butter, let's be honest. You would get along very well with the French, Rachel. Hi, Sue Ellis. Sorry I missed you. Happy Thanksgiving, Sizzleman. Ooh, fish and chips. That's a good one. Just checking, making sure I'm not missing you guys. British South African. Yeah, the green bean casserole. It's good. It's a weird one. It was actually like a marketing campaign by Campbell's Soup to sell more cream of mushroom soup, and it worked. Hey, J-Mac, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Up in Washington, a no lie IPA. Interesting. Which one? I feel like Northern Lights has probably got to have changed up their lineup since I haven't had a Northern Lights beer in a long time. Streaming from your phone works. That's also a good way to do it. I have a good streaming software on my phone that I really like. A pound of butter to your potatoes. Whoa, that sounds delicious. I have a feeling there's that much butter in these potatoes. Butternut squash soup, duck confit with blood orange sauce. Wow. Duck fat fried potatoes. Wow. Roasted Brussels sprouts, frise salad, pumpkin custard with chantilly cream. Ellen, that sounds phenomenal. That all sounds good. None of that is something that I've had growing up with, but I would eat that Thanksgiving dinner. That sounds amazing. Prime rib with horseradish creamy sauce over a Sparky G. I like that too. Loaded mashed potatoes, apple sausage, stuffing, and turkey. Ricky, nice. And that all sounds so good. Yeah, Ellen, that sounds murderous. Eat your weight in deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are good. I haven't had deviled eggs in forever. They're really good. My grandma used to make some good deviled eggs. So good. I haven't had a boiled egg in a long time. Just flat up boiled, forget deviled. Cornbread dressing. Interesting. And canned jelly cranberry sauce. I forgot. I don't know if we ever had cornbread for Thanksgiving growing up, but that sounds good. Not eating anything today. Going to the store tomorrow to buy ingredients. Buttermilk biscuits. That sounds really good. Happy Thanksgiving, Jennifer. I hope you're having a good holiday. Hope you're having a wonderful and thankful Thanksgiving. Oh no, it's coming in so fast. Oh, Peggy. Missed that. Sorry. Thank you very much. Bunch of you waiting for the weekend. Makes sense. Especially if you have to work. Gordon said the amount of butter used in cooking will scare you. Yeah. Oh man. Butter is so good. Chips and salsa would be amazing. I could go for that anytime. It doesn't matter what day it is. That's my favorite thing. Oh man. So much good cooking out there. Salmon, sweet potato, Brussels sprouts, and tiramisu. Also sounds really good. Tiramisu. Some fancy Thanksgiving right there. I like it. A mix of Peruvian, Italian, American, and Caribbean dishes. That sounds awesome. Cornbread pudding. Cornbread pudding? What? What is that? Southern recipe. There's so many. The South has so many delicious things that I've literally never tried or heard of. I feel like I feel like every time I find like, okay, I have an idea of like what's on offer. for like Southern Thanksgiving. Every time I think I know what's going on, I'm proved wrong. Every time. I'm always proved wrong. Giant last bite here. Forgive me. I'm gonna read your comments, and then I will speak. I saw that got picked up when you said dump. I wasn't the one that did that, but I see why it happened. What is cornbread pudding? Has anybody said what it actually is?
There would be one step.
Cornbread pudding. My mind is still being steadily blown by that. Honestly, I love cornbread. I love pudding. Cornbread pudding sounds terrible, but I have a feeling it's probably really good. Even though in my mind I'm like, what? Probably very good. You've never had pumpkin pie? Jody, don't worry about it. I didn't like pumpkin pie until like 5 years ago, I don't think. I'm a like big apple pie fan. Apple crumble would be really good right now. Creme brulee or Parisian flan? Oh, always creme brulee. Personally, flan is fine, but it's too much. Creme brulee. A good creme brulee is really good. I haven't had one of those in probably like 2 years though. I do have a little apple tart for dessert, so I'm getting my apple pie here in a minute. Charlestown will make you fat. Southern cooking, dude, is where it's at. You believe it's pudding made out of cornbread? How on earth could that be? What? Happy Thanksgiving, Dushan. Oh man, yeah. Dressing, like a good, yeah, dressing or stuffing. My grandma made it. I mean, we always had dressing, not stuffing. Really, technically. But my grandma's dressing and or stuffing. Always something that I loved. Is the fireplace slowly transitioning between, like, back to its original state? It is. They totally thought no one would notice that. Oh, I noticed. Can't fool me. We're halfway through our fireplace loop, so we're gonna have to make sure we get back to it at some point. Mini frozen beef Wellingtons. That sounds good. You know what I wanted to do for my little apple tart? So when I got to go to Pullman, we had lunch after we did the whole tour and stuff. It was really nice. And she brought up some apple tarts, which were really good. And then she brought in some Bertillon ice cream, which I tend to poo-poo Bertillon a little bit just because it's like, you know, I just feel, just because I'm an idiot. Let's just leave it at that. And it was really good. It was super good. And so we had some vanilla ice cream from Bertillon on top of our little apple tarts that they had made there in-house, obviously. And I wanted to recreate that today, but I don't have a freezer. And I could have bought some ice cream, but I was a little bit worried about all of that. Hey, Chantel, happy Thanksgiving. So that's my story about apple tarts. I have another one waiting, and I'll get to it. But that would have been really good if it had ice cream on it. Good. I'm glad we've all got our fireplaces going. It's perfect. Bread pudding. That sounds. I feel like I've had bread pudding. I don't know. I can't imagine what it is though. I might have to Google this. I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. Oh, that is not at all what I was imagining. Just to steal it from the fireplace here for a second. I did not imagine that this is what bread pudding would look like. But it looks very good. I feel like I've had that. It's making me think of monkey bread now. But I don't think that's what it is either. Is that what you're talking about? Cornbread pudding? Does it look something like that? Looks pretty good. Happy Thanksgiving, Ines. And Marino is also good. There's not really any bad ice cream in Paris, to be honest, that I've had yet, at least. Sure, it's something's got to be bad, but it's egg-based. Hypothermia Game says, and custard and stuffing. Sounds good. Aubrey's gonna learn to make tart for a lemon tart for dessert. Ooh, that sounds good. You know what also that makes me think of is key lime pie or like oh man, that sounds so many good things out there to eat. Monkey bread but creamier. That sounds good. Oh yeah, Bertillon's not bad. Bertillon's very good. I don't mean to poo-poo it. I think it's one of those things where you like, I feel like when you live in a city, I don't know if you've experienced this, whatever city you live in, there are certain things that are like famous and everybody goes for, and in a way there are new things or different things that are interesting or good that just get neglected because of that fame, not based on merit necessarily. And that's when you're like, but that thing, and I think that's where it comes from, because I have no problem with Bertillon. I think it's great. I do have a problem with them because they won't let you film inside their main store. I found that out the hard way not too long ago. So that I do have a problem with. I'm not a fan of that. That's annoying, but that's just a professional reason why I'm annoyed. From an ice cream standpoint, it's very good. And they've got a lot of really fun flavors, which makes it, I think, always really interesting. Happy Thanksgiving, Olivia. Hot as heck in New Zealand. Yeah, you guys are heading into a different season than we are. But happy Thanksgiving down under. No good pizza or chicken wings in Paris. Correct on the pizza. Although the pizza, there's some better ones. If you're looking for American style pizza, that's correct. There's not, I haven't found an American style pizza that I'm obsessed with yet. It may exist, I haven't found it. But wings, oh yeah, if you're talking about like buffalo wings, that is also probably true, but there is really good fried chicken, like Korean fried chicken. And then there are a couple Southern fried chicken places that do chicken and waffles. That's actually really good. So if you're looking for like buffalo style wild wings or something like that, hot wings, yeah, probably not. But fried chicken, there's some really good fried chicken here now that I eat a little bit too often now, recently. Problem. Bread pudding is like French toast, but compact. What? That sounds good too. It's just, compact, like instead of fluffy, it's like really dense. Interessant. You think of the cornbread, like, okay, I see that. Like ladyfingers in a tiramisu. There is Pizza Hut in Paris, yes. I haven't had it in years. I almost had it the other day. I'm gonna have it one of these days. I keep thinking like, I'm just gonna do it, and I keep not doing it. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, J-Bugs. Oh man. Yeah, it's hard to find when you're crossing borders and oceans. It does get hard to find certain ingredients and good things that you miss. Chicken wings. I mean, I would just go for Korean fried chicken. Like, there's so many good Korean chicken places here, and there's a delivery place, which is obviously the way that we live now, called Outfry by Taster. Taster, I think they're from the UK originally. It's a business that does just delivery. So like if you find one of their locations, it's literally just an industrial kitchen and they're just cranking it out for delivery. Their fried chicken is what I'm probably the most obsessed with, but there's another one down in like the 7th or 14th called K Street, which is also really good for Korean fried chicken. Oh, so delicious. So delicious. Salad in milk and salt. That sounds interesting. I guess it depends on what kind of carrot souffle. A carrot souffle. I haven't had a souffle in a really long time either. Those are hard to come across. It's probably one of my favorite desserts that I've ever had, and I think I've only actually had one once. They do have KFC in Paris as well. It's true. I haven't been one of those here in a long time either. I think I did. We went to KFC. I think we did go when we went down to Valensole this spring. At one of the rest stops, there was a KFC, so we had rest stop KFC on the side of the freeway. It was kind of disappointing, unfortunately. You meant as a binder. I missed what you said earlier, apparently. Oh, cornbread. Oh, wait, what? The binder? I'm still confused. That's okay. The deep pan pizza at Pizza Hut? Yeah. I want a personal pan pizza for reading a book. Every time I read a book, I should get a personal pan pizza. That's what I learned from childhood. Hey, Lexi Haven. From a brioche. Soaked in custard and baked to... Okay, interesting. That sounds good. That's a good description indeed. Corn pudding is like a savory custard with bits of corn, a little baking powder, and a little flour to make it moist, kind of savory rich cake. The bits of corn part, you lost me at the bits of corn on the corn pudding. I like corn, but in a pudding, struggling on that one. Yeah, pizza. I want to go back to New York just for the pizza, to be honest. That's all I'm going to eat. If I ever get back to New York, pizza is all I'm going to eat the entire time I'm there. There's a very good chance. That does sound weird. KFC being Tex-Mex. Hello to Japan, Bob Bobby. Oh, man. Getting the deep dish pizza from Chicago. That's a real thing. People fly that stuff all over the country. It's crazy. Francis highway rest stops they're actually kind of nice. Like, it's really easy to get on and get off. And some of them go over the highway. Those are my favorites. The ones where you can eat lunch over the freeway. They're not, I've only done it like once or twice when I've been on a road trip. Every other time it's just like off to the side, but those ones are fun. Hey, Elise in Northern California. Happy Thanksgiving to San Diego. There's Zero Girl. Some decent wings at Belushi's. I don't know that one. I wonder if the Moose used to have good wings. Now they've got poutine, like a huge poutine menu, but I'm also not really a poutine fan. I feel like it's so heavy. Sorry, Canadians watching this, if I just offended. I've only had poutine once, and I was like, eh. But I'm also not a fan of baked potatoes, so I feel like they fall in kind of the same category, maybe. I'm not sure. Happy Thanksgiving to, I'm guessing, Austin? ATX? Crackle Barrel. The colonel that started KFC, he was a real person. And actually, I've been to where the first KFC was founded in Kentucky, in Corbin, Kentucky. Right, I stayed in London, Kentucky, but we went to the very first KFC because we had to. Looked very different from what you would expect. I felt like, and yeah, he started on the side of the road. There's a whole story to it that I'm sure I would get completely wrong about all of it, but you know, we went to the very first one, I suppose. I love that everybody's still talking about trying to describe moist cornbread. Ah, man, it's not how I like cornbread, like with butter and honey is where I'm at. I think is where I'm staying. Happy Thanksgiving, Vesalius. How do I in Francesca? Huh? I lived in Port Cleveland. There is a KFC right there as well. Yes, I love that we're just talking about food. This is great. Chicago pizza is better. Okay. I'm not here to start any cross-country fights. Michael, question: is it hard to find hot sauce in Paris? Yes. A lot of places will have like they'll have peppers in olive oil, so they'll have oil on the table kind of a thing, which sometimes is spicy. But hot sauces, you kind of have to order them online or go to specialty stores. Really. How do you say Thanksgiving in French? Le Thanksgiving. It's pretty easy. Just have to say with the French accent a little bit. Happy Thanksgiving to LA, Tanya. The Moose's wings are pretty bad. Yeah, I've never had them, so I was wondering if they had them. I wasn't sure. Happy Thanksgiving, Abdul. Jour de grâce. No, they just call it the Thanksgiving. You could say like a jour. Yeah, that's a good question though. I don't know. Jour de grâce could be maybe a literal translation. Let's look it up. Find out. Happy Thanksgiving, Brittany. Jour de grâce. Look it up. English. Thanksgiving. Rendre grâce. I was actually trying to figure this out earlier. Rendre grâce or reconnaissance. So then they would say the national holiday would be la Thanksgiving, not le Thanksgiving. Or jour d'action de grâce, or action de grâce. So I don't know why the jour d'action de grâce, the day of giving thanks, basically is what that literally means. I can paste this into chat for you. And there you go. We learned something together. I didn't know that. I've always just heard them say, I thought le, but apparently la Thanksgiving. I'm sorry to kill you there, GTAC. Drink some water. It'll make it all better. I'll drink some water with you. Oh, I love Lebanese food. I mean, I should try Lebanese food? What are you talking about? I love Lebanese food. Oh yeah, Maison Martin. I think I might have some of their hot sauce actually. I have a whole bunch of French hot sauces that I haven't even opened yet. I don't eat enough hot sauce apparently, is the thing. Oh, thanks, Lexi. That's great that you've been helping get all those Thanksgiving meals out. Good work. That's some good Thanksgiving spirit there. Oh, it's all about food so far, Amy. I mean, we've fallen really far down the rabbit hole on food. If you don't want to talk about food, the Thanksgiving is the wrong day to look to talk. Let's see. Hi, Michelle in Manchester. Happy Thanksgiving to Phoenix there, Chantel. I actually had a friend who was just in Thanksgiving. He told me or in Phoenix before Thanksgiving. He's not in Phoenix now, but hello, message retracted, Ed. Ed from The Hague there. I see it. Because obviously, I don't know. It's just, it's either going to be feminine or masculine. Who knows? They pick them the way they pick them. More hot sauce. Indeed, I need to eat more. I didn't put any hot sauce in my dish that I just had, but that's fine because it was really good as it was. I left the oven on with the chicken, the rest of the chicken in it. I ate the breast and the wing. I actually ate the wing while I was carving the breast off. Oh, Vasilius, thank you very much. A little bit of applause for you. And a cheers. I need to go get another beer here soon. Patricia's a Tabasco fan. I don't like, here's the thing about Tabasco with me. My parents used it when I was a kid to try and get me to stop sucking on like my fingers. And which I think, helped me build up a little bit of a tolerance to Tabasco sauce, but also meant that I really didn't like the flavor. So I need to try it again. It's one of those things that I just have really been like, I guess mildly bitter about and never gone back to. And I should do that. I should go back to it someday. I'm going to start this guy over now while I'm thinking about it before we get caught off guard. Tabasco on poached or scrambled eggs. That would be, I have some hot sauces I really love that make all the difference. I'll give Tabasco another try. I know that Prashant loves his Tabasco, and they do have Tabasco around. Oh, so whoever is asking about the hot sauce, in a lot of restaurants, they will actually have Tabasco sauce. So that is possible to find it. And the National Dog Show, dang. That is some good multitasking on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, sauce and peanut butter. Yeah, spicy peanut butter can be really good. Oh, thanks, Vasilius. Oh, don't worry about the typos. Texas Pete. What is Texas Pete? Cranberry sauce. Canned without cranberries. Oh, I just don't like cranberry sauce. That's the easy answer, Jason. I was talking about this earlier. I don't know. It's a kid thing, maybe. I don't know. I just never really liked it. The sweet on I just love savory Thanksgiving. So like even the yams, I'm just like, I'll pass. But I want to try cranberry sauce again here soon because a lot of people that I know and love and respect love the cranberry sauce. So it must be good. My dad loves cranberry sauce. And my dad, could he be wrong? No, of course not. The best Thanksgiving dinner you ever had was in Paris? That's saying something. That's impressive. And your ration packs? That's great. Tabasco, it's everywhere. Deviled eggs and hot sauce. Hot dang. Confire Jammer. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Over on Twitch. Look at that. We got some Twitch love in the end. I can make myself small if you want to see more fire, but I feel like this is a good size over here in the corner with my little happy turkey on my head. Oh. Texas Pete is a hot sauce. Sounds really familiar. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a hot sauce aficionado. I like hot sauce, but I'm like I recently discovered that I liked hot sauce this much. And traveling through India and eating all the hot things that they gave me was kind of a revelatory time in my life. So, I don't know. I'll try some Texas Pete for sure. Happy Thanksgiving, Linda. I think nobody likes being confined. I don't know how to answer that question. Excuse me. I think, got some freezes going on here. Just making sure that things aren't falling apart over here. The numbers aren't lining up between all of our numbers, and I'm worried that's a sign that it's about to crash. People are, I don't know. It's a very different confinement. Nobody's happy with anything. I mean, it's France and it's Paris. In Paris, none of the if you're Parisian, you're not happy with anything, so it's gonna be fine. Life for a lot of people has been pretty normal, given that kids are going to school. A lot of people are still able to work. A lot of things are still open. They're opening stores again from this Saturday, most shops. So like a lot of life is still pretty normal. But yeah, people aren't happy really. But it is nice. I mean, the 3 stages, hopefully, you know, I don't know. I personally feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not so worried about it. I'm really happy for the longer exercise distances that we're allowed to go. But it's been like, if you're working or even if you're shopping, like you're able to go, theoretically, you're able to go wherever you need to in town to go shopping for whatever's, if the store is open and you say you need it, you know, they're not gonna get you in trouble. It doesn't seem like, and nobody's ever stopped me for anything. I have my little attestation, like my little permission slip every time I go out. Nobody's ever stopped me. So, hey squad, what's up, Sir Nick squad? Ooh, look at those. Are those? Does it say splash? What is that? What does that emoji say? That's a lot of fun. I like that. Texas Pete is like Crystal, Louisiana's hot sauce. It's on the vinegary side. See, I don't know if I'm a vinegary hot sauce person, but I do like vinegar now. Like I didn't used to. That's why, you know, I think I'm converting on that front. I think I am converting to liking that stuff. Jennifer, the rooster sauce. Oh, sriracha. So sriracha for me too is I love sriracha, but like I had an incident where I ate a meal with sriracha on it and I got really sick, like really sick, right before a flight from Washington State back to Paris, actually. And on the nice thing was I was so exhausted from staying up late puking, and I felt so terrible that flight went by in no time. But I couldn't eat sriracha for a while. And now I make myself eat it because I know that I like it and it's not the sriracha's fault, but literally just thinking about sriracha makes my stomach unhappy, which is unfortunate because it is a delicious hot sauce and I totally agree with you. Wait, why is Texas Pete? Okay, so Jason then said Texas Pete is a Louisiana style hot sauce. Wait, why is Texas Pete not a Texas style hot sauce? What happened? So many Texas Pete fans though in the chat, so that's good. The Chinese hot oil flakes that comes with hot and spicy foods. I ate an entire red chili pepper yesterday. It was really good. I had to take my hat off. I was sweating. It was delicious. Hi Debbie. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Chalupa smoky chipotle. See, the thing is though, I also don't like chipotle. So we're getting into Jay's food tastes apparently. Something I don't talk about that much, that openly, I guess, all the time. But I tell you what I like all the time. So I'm open to trying Tabasco again and all the vinegary stuff. Sriracha I made myself like again because it's unacceptable not to enjoy sriracha, even though literally just thinking about it makes me feel kind of queasy. Chipotle I just can't get on board with. I don't know. I'm not a huge, huge producer league friendship gang. I like that. That's pretty good. Sorry, I'm going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube comments now. It's okay. I hope your iPad doesn't hate you forever. So yeah, anyways, just Chipotle, like as a spice, I think it's like the smoky. I like actually smoked stuff, like smoked bacon or smoked fish or something, but when it's like a seasoning that's smoky or like a fake smoke, I just don't end up liking it for whatever reason. It's like one of the very few things that I actually just don't really like. Do we get it together for American? If not, yeah, normally I would be doing Thanksgiving we'd be doing a Friendsgiving, so I'd be hanging out with friends. I'd probably have 2 or 3 of them, just maximize my Thanksgiving coverage. This year, not so much, obviously. But normally I would. We were talking about doing Friendsgiving before this lockdown, and I think some ladies that I know are getting together for like a ladies only Friendsgiving that I don't even know if I'm supposed to know about. They're being very sneaky about it, but I think it's cool. I'm not gonna judge a little bit of sneaking around, because we got to stay sane. And this whole year has been so hard as it is. Winston-Salem, is that a sauce? Tapatio is also really good. Nubianet, I like Tapatio a lot. There's Island. What was the one that I just had? Somebody, I think actually Jane. Somebody sent it to me. It's a Canadian one. What is it? Island. I'm gonna look at Island Foods hot sauce. Is that what it's called? I'm gonna look up images. This one with the Scotch bonnet. Oh, so good. Here, I'll show you. I'll bring it over just for a second. We'll interrupt the fire for just a second. So I had this. Somebody sent me this one, and I was eating it like a madman. I don't know if you can see it there a little bit. It's so good. It's hot. The Scotch bonnet is very, very, it's delightfully hot. And this original one, whatever, like, oh, so good as just a condiment. It's really hot, but it's also just a really good flavor. I gotta find more of that. It's hard to find that kind of stuff in France, but I need more of that. I had that on eggs. I had that on everything. Super good. Okay, I'm way behind on the comments here. Yellowbird hot sauce, Austin, Texas. Sounds good. Both of those, Yellowbird and Austin. Love them both. DC. Wait, I skipped a lot there. Oh yeah, if it's really nice out, Katrina, those walks are good for you. Cholula is also very good, Mystery Man. It's a good one. I think I have a little bit of both of those left here. Not much though. Gonna be out soon. Frank's hot sauce. Interesting. I feel like I know Frank's hot sauce. I'm gonna have to see. I have so much to try and to learn, really. It's too bad, Jody. The spicy foods are so good. I didn't used to like them though either. My family doesn't like spicy food. They all think I already thought that I might be adopted. Now I'm not. So now I'm like even more suspicious. It's possible. It could be. You never know. Oh man, lots of back and forth here. Yeah, Paris is doing okay with the lockdown overall, but I mean, people are breaking the rules, and more people are breaking the rules this time than the last time. And the rules are a lot lighter and everything's more gray. But I think that just the main goals were to shut down like public gatherings completely, including bars and restaurants, which really sucks for friends who have bars or restaurants. But it's having the desired effect. We met our goal of being under 5,000 cases a day, so which is still an insanely high number. But I think that between the social and political pressures and the pandemic, who knows? Who knows? We're just gotta weather it at this point, right? Happy Thanksgiving, Dejuna. Talking about food in detail. I don't know. I think that Americans talk about food a lot too, especially hot sauces. The French don't talk about hot sauces this much. I can tell you that much. Ghost peppers. I don't think I've ever actually had a ghost pepper. I've had ghost pepper chips though. Those were super hot. They were really good. I forget that. Sorry as well. I'm forgetting who brought what. Somebody brought some of the best chips we've ever had. Tortilla chips with ghost peppers on it. Pushan and I were eating them, like genuinely super freaking spicy. Eating those chips. They were so good. So I've had ghost pepper powder. Never had ghost pepper. Like I've never eaten a ghost pepper. And I'm okay with that. I've not had any issues with hot sauce screwing with my throat, thankfully. Just my sweat glands. Frank's Red Hot. Okay, I gotta try that at some point. So there's lots of fans in the comments here. All these questions from people about food are making me think you should recommend those food polls. Oh yeah, the polls, I definitely should do food polls again. It's hard, right? But it's kind of a challenge with the, I could do it with the hot sauces I have maybe. But the food polls are traditionally things that require going out to eat at places that are now closed, unfortunately. Issues with the throat? Not throat? I don't know what that means actually, then, if that was the correct spelling. Happy Thanksgiving, Tony. Yeah, someday I'll get back to traveling too as well. And State said stay at home, but visitors are welcome. I meit's all confusing. I don't know if they're trying to make it, I think for Christmas, they're trying to make it so that people can go be with family. The French do talk about cheese. Not all, that's not entirely true actually. I don't know. My French friends have their cheeses. I think it's like anything. You have pockets of people that like really love food and love to talk about it, and everybody else enjoys it and appreciates it to different degrees, but can't say I've gotten into a lot of cheese conversations in France with just at random. Franks, I put that on everything. The old lady in the commercial. I have no idea what you guys are. I've not seen any of this stuff. Yucateco hot sauce? Nope, I don't think so. Prod by Swa is fuego, says Nick. Haven't had it. Also sounds good. I'm open to trying all this stuff, really. Paris in the fall is amazing. It's true. You are allowed via PETA to hang out in the park. The parks are all open right now, so if you have time in Charles de Gaulle and you want to get out into the city, the parks are open during the day, and some of the bigger ones are even open after nightfall. Like the Tuileries was open until 7 or 8, I think. So yeah, they are open if you feel confident in getting to and from the city, especially with traffic being lower. Even if you have to catch an emergency taxi. But I think the RER and everything is running, so shouldn't have a problem with that. Melinda's ghost pepper sauce. That sounds hot. Hot. Da-da-da-da. The Packy chips. That might have been it, Lucy. I don't remember. I think I took photos of it. I need more of those. They were so good. I need to make nachos with those. That would be like painfully delicious. Literally painfully delicious. Food is a universal language, it's true. We just have different dialects, perhaps. Happy Thanksgiving from 2 Americans in Biarritz. I hope you're having a good Biarritzian Thanksgiving. I have some friends down there right now in that corner. Yep, I look forward to getting back out and seeing food in Paris again. That'll be good. Thanks, Tony. Hot sauce can burn the inside of your bladder? What? What? Really? What? I don't know about that one. So the thing about hot sauce, the reason it burns is it triggers the same nervous reaction from your nervous system, right? But like it doesn't actually burn unless it gets in your eyes, I suppose. Right? We're gonna have to look into some of the science around these hot sauces. That's kind of fun. That's why I'm enjoying getting more into food, and I've been enjoying cooking, and I need to do more of it. It's because it's like I really do want to learn more about the science of it all and actually understand what the heck is going on. Peppers in Key West. If I make it to Key West, I'll check out Peppers. Do I think I'll ever do more Crossing Paris live streams? Probably. I don't know when. Probably not while it's this cold out. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I'm a glutton for punishment. I just take some hot sauces and squirt them all over. Just chug them as I go. That'll keep me going. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Rachel. Glad to be in Chicago. I love Chicago. I really love Chicago. Hey Edgar, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, hot sauce talk. Yeah, we're hanging out talking about hot sauce with a fire behind me. We can always change the subject. It's just been going for a long time. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, Kevin, 16 more hours of work. All right. Well, have a good shift. Good luck to you. Hot sauce talk, like hot sauce, goes with everything. Everybody's asking me if they're Packy chips. I don't. They were tortilla chips. I don't remember the brand, and they came. I'm pretty sure they came from Canada. So yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving is October 1st, right? I see a lot of confusion about which Thanksgiving we're talking about. The Canadians get to it first. Hot sauce is a hot topic. It's true, Mystery Man. Oh yeah, you know somebody who started Packy? I'm gonna Google it and see if that's what it was really quick. And then we're almost ready for what does the schedule say we're doing first? I think is it the Q&A? Yeah, Q&A is coming up in 21 minutes. Yeah, Packy, that's what it was. Packy tortilla chips. Haunted ghost pepper chips. Those are super good. So Prashant and I had, hold on, let me pull up the actual big, I think this is it. I want the pic. Why is Google, when I do an image search, why is it taking me to a store? Not what I'm interested in. Google. Let's see. Open in a new tab. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is just miserable. Can I please just open this image? Why is everything tied to shopping? I don't want to buy anything. You guys. Okay, well, I'll just show this to you. Because these are good. If anybody wants tortilla chips that will make them sweat, this is where it's at. They're super good. We had the whatever the hottest ones were, and they were genuinely really hot. Like only eat a handful of chips, and then you have to quit hot. They were great. They were really good. I really, really liked them. So recommended. Super delicious. Do you ever plan on coming back to Lux? Wait, which Lux? Luxembourg or Luxington? I guess probably Luxembourg. Yeah, I would love to go back to Luxembourg at some point. I thought it was cool. I feel like it's worth another visit. It's a really cool city, actually. It's very unique. Your bladder would have dissolved. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. Is that worse? Is burning the inside of your bladder better or worse than? I was gonna say a kidney stone. I guess that's not even the same body part, but it involves the same system and still sounds absolutely miserable. Spicy isn't a taste. Yeah, it triggers pain receptors. It's right, the same ones as getting burned. But then the flavors that come with it are limitless. Happy Thanksgiving, Richard. I would like to. I do want to spend more time in New York, real bad. Oh man, you guys, I'm so tired. Capsaicin receptors. I know how to say that. I've seen a bunch of videos and read. I've heard these things before. It's all been explained to me. My brain will work again someday. Don't you worry. Happy Thanksgiving, Vince in DC. Oh yeah, make a pepper dish. There, Nubianette. Oh yeah, that was Lucy. That was so painful. It was a lot of fun making Poonam's dish in my tiny little non-kitchen here, but so stressful. So stressful. If I ever have to cook in this place again, like a genuine meal, it'll be too soon. Oh man, that's one of the big reasons I do need to get a real apartment someday. Just to have a kitchen. So bye, Debbie. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you there, Kinkajou. Goodbye. Wait, what's not for you, Jody? The chips? You'd be surprised. Hey, Kaleidoscope. Happy Thanksgiving. Ah, yes, Luxembourg. There we go. I'm so far behind on the comments here, too. I'm trying to catch up. Left coasters. So much good. Ellen's all about the multitasking, too. What did I have for Thanksgiving, Erica? I had, oh wow, this is a really big difference between when I turn away from the microphone and not, don't I? Isn't it? I had, roulette. Here, let me see if I can find it for you. I'll show you. I had a rotisserie chicken. And, here, I'll show you. Rillette dauphinois, which is like a gratin de pomme. So it's, oh, that's not what it is. It looks like this. Wow, the Google image search is really copy image address. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Okay, here we go. Basically what I had instead of mashed potatoes was this. It was delicious. So I had that and half of a rotisserie chicken, or at least the chicken breast, and that was also very delicious, and a beer. And I have some M&Ms here that I have not even touched till now. And I do have a tart, an apple tart for dessert, which I will eat after we do the Q&A. So if you haven't gone over to, hey, Jeff Beltran's in here. Where do you? This game looks like. This game is lame. The game of pandemic, pandemic Thanksgivings. It's good. Capsaicin. Is that it? Good to see you in here, Hefe. Thanks for the follow, Kaka. Kaka, great. That's amazing. Kaka K. What's the difference between chutney and chow chow? I do not know what chow chow is. I'm not doing anything really right now to improve my French, to be honest, beyond those lessons. I have some shows that I want to watch. 10% or 10%. In English, it's called Call My Agent on Netflix. It's supposed to be really good. That's what I would like to watch. But I have been not super motivated, to be honest, lately. So got to work on that. Happy Thanksgiving to you in Dago there, Elderobe. Happy Thanksgiving to the West Coast of Canada. Was that Serge that said that? Yeah. Yeah, potatoes au gratin is basically what it is. And then the dauphinois, I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the difference is, but it's the dauphinois is the princely version, the crown prince version. Watch Lasso, Jeff says. Jeff actually, he may be being sarcastic right now. I have no idea. But Jeff's recommendations for books, television, movies, music, almost always, I mean, pretty much always guaranteed to be good. Jeff has great taste. You should, if you need an influence in your life, it's Jeff. He knows everything. Okay, so while Jeff is telling you what the best things to watch are, he's not being sarcastic. Apparently, Lasso is worth it. I'm going to go grab another beer, and then I'm going to open up Instagram just a little bit early, and we'll get a. Yes, he's okay. So maybe not Lasso. We'll find out here soon enough. I'm gonna go get. Oh, The Boys is disturbing, but really good. It's true and really poignant for our time in its disturbingness. I'm gonna go grab another beer, And then we're going to do some Q&A. So if you got some last minute cues that you want to get into the Q&A, just head on over to Instagram. I'll put the link in the chat here. Hit my stories. You'll find the Q&A stuff, and you'll also find a place where you can put what you're thankful for, because that's something we'll check on here in a bit. Richard loves 10%. Yeah, that's funny. I need to watch it. I think the thing is that if you really know French popular culture, you enjoy it even more because they're all playing like caricatures of themselves. So Ted Lasso. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but I'll have to give that a try. Lots of good recommendations popping in here. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me put on the beer break sign so that everybody knows for sure that I'm coming back. Shboink. And back. This time I'm having the Gallia or Gallia West IPA. Don't want to waste that. Cheers. Oh, spicy. Speaking of spicy. All right. Time. But a wee bit to the Q&A. Is the plan, at least. Hopefully you got your cues in there. A little bit early, but hey. Moving on. Oh. Thanks for the cheer there, Charhoof. Mystery man. Between platforms. Okay. Gotta actually figure out how to use my phone here. I feel like it'd be fun to like screencast my phone, but I also feel like that could be potentially very dangerous. I'm already seeing things. Okay, let's see. Swipe up. Time for the cues. Dixie's popped right there immediately. I gotta go to the CL. So that's what it looks like for the stats. If you hit CL, then you've got these guys. So it's actually a smaller amount than last time. So we should be able to get through all these in no time. Oh man, some of these questions, it's like I feel like some of these questions are just the eternal questions that'll never be answered, no matter what. For example, what happened to the wheel? Guaranteed to be a question every time. Doesn't matter if I rode the wheel that day in a video. Someone's always going to ask what happened to it. And it always comes across in the most accusatory tone. Not this one so much, but a lot of times it's like, I don't even know how to read it out loud. Like, what happened to the wheel? You know, like what, you know, it's just, what? That's how I feel. when I get the questions about the wheel like that. Because I'm like, I right now, the wheel, to answer the question, is down at the office. And I'm not riding it because I feel like I'm more likely to get stopped on it by the police. And I don't want to get stopped by the police. There's some more good show recommendations in there. Cheers there, Hefe. Happy Thanksgiving, Andy. It's true though. Like people every time I could literally be riding the wheel answering these questions and someone would be like, "What happened to the wheel?" I don't know. People are like, I guess it's good that they're passionate about it. It's good that they love the wheel. That's great. Okay. Going down to the very beginning here. Cheryl123 asked, "What's my favorite pie?" She said favorite pie ? So I'm assuming she's asking what my favorite pie is. Make up funny. I should tell funny stories about what happened to the wheel, but then I'm only feeding that. It's only going to get worse from there. I am not. Oh, is this Calamity Ganon playing right now? I don't know. I'm playing some lo-fi. This one is called So Far by Sir Nicholas. Maybe he sampled some Ganon. I'm not sure. It's possible. He's in here, or he was in here. You could ask him where the samples came from. He's over on Twitch. Oh, I'm enjoying the meal kits a lot. Since we're doing questions and answers between now over in the Elise, I really am enjoying them a lot. Because it takes, like, you still have to prep, you still have to actually cut things up and cook the meal. Like, it still is cooking. And I've been getting intermediate level ones. So I've definitely been, it's a process. It's really fun. But it takes the preparation, like the shopping, the planning and the shopping out of the equation, which is just magical. It's phenomenal. I love it. The wheel ran away to the circus or turned into a flying saucer and never came back. This is another one. How hard is it to move to Paris? Paperwork, etc. I never know how to answer those questions either. So this is from Amin, who was, I think, talking about Lebanese food earlier. I think it depends on where you're from for starters. I don't know. There are lots of Lebanese people here. I know a lot of Lebanese people here. So I don't know how hard it is to get here. If you are Lebanese, if you're American, it's tricky. If you're from a lot of places, it can be really tricky. But I think the rule of thumb is that the French system is geared to make you work for it no matter what. So they make it painful. They want you to prove that you want to be here. And that's the thing. You gotta stick it out and you gotta demonstrate how much you really want to be here. And if you can stick it out, then your odds go up. I don't think there's any guaranteed ways of getting here and staying here. Excuse me. I'm getting some Dauphinois beer burps here. Excuse me. Ami, we already talked about this. Ami Mabel. Man, I need to get this set up so that I could actually like throw names and stuff on the screen. Paul, I don't know if you know Paul Taylor. His setup is awesome for that. He's got it really good. I gotta mimic the Paul setup here. My favorite Thanksgiving food / dessert. We talked about this ad nauseum before the hot sauce talk. So hopefully you heard the answer to this, but just in case you didn't, I don't care about Thanksgiving desserts. I enjoy them. I will eat them. I'll have some pie. Don't get me wrong, but I will be very happy. The only sweet thing I need is like some sparkling cider. And then just give me my turkey, my stuffing, and my mashed potatoes all covered in gravy, and I am as happy as a clam. A very, very, very full clam. That's all I want. Green bean casserole is another big win. Love it. But honestly, after that, like, it's all garnish. It's all dressing. It's all dressing from there for me. That's me. I know I'm probably starting some wars. I've been turned on to some other things like the mac and cheese and some other stuff that we didn't have growing up, but the top three are my only three that I really need. And they want me to really speak. There are some people that really want me to speak French. That's true. They're all about that, which I can do. I just feel like when people, especially when I can tell the person themselves, like when people write me questions in French and I can tell that they're not French, that's actually like, it's just kind of like, come on, we both speak English. It'll be easier to just talk in English. The only American expat YouTuber in Paris who hasn't done a video review of Emily in Paris. It's true, and I don't plan on doing one. I thought about it. I was like, well, everybody's watching it, kind of loving or hating it, and so I couldn't watch more than 2 episodes. It's just not my thing. It's not. I have an opinion on it. I think Emily in Paris is probably actually good long term for the city in the sense that I think it will. The city just needs its own like fantasy series that gets people interested and encouraged to come here. It's kind of like Friends or Seinfeld or something like that. Like it's not real, you know. But people don't go to watch Friends so they can see rats in the subway. You know, it's not why you watch Friends. The same kind of thing with Emily in Paris, I don't think. No, French Canadians, I mean, assuming that they actually speak French, they speak French fine, you know, when they write French and so forth. Their French, their style is different. And there are French Canadians that don't really speak English, or English really is their second language. So that's different. But I think that there's a lot of people that, and I get it, you're excited, you want to speak French, but I'm not a native French speaker. So like I think and relate and feel everything more in English. I can think in French and I can carry on a conversation. I can speak French fluently. That's fine. And if French is the language to speak, I'm going to have a good conversation. As good of a conversation as I can have, but it will always be better in English. And that's probably just the way it's always going to be. Don't help with dinner. Or Jeff, just stream dinner you can stream it from while you're helping. Just stay with us. Bring your phone to the kitchen and say hi to Martha for me and all your fur babies. The hookup plan. I've heard that that's good. I haven't seen it. 15-month plan to relocate to Paris. I like that. Highly specific. Get it done. Get it done. Denise, cranberries. No, thank you. We've talked about cranberries a lot too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. My dad loves cranberries. I think cranberries are fine in and of themselves. I never liked them, but I haven't had them because I haven't tried them in probably a decade because I just always skip them, maybe even longer. So I need to try them again. That's the mantra of tonight. I need to try them again. Give them another try. I'm not anti-cranberry. I'm just not, pro cranberry. Have I ever done a Thanksgiving dinner for my French friends? Yes. That's from Miss Courtney Daniels. I can't see your whole name. Instagram cuts it off. But yes, Miss Courtney. My first Thanksgiving in France was when I was living in Nice, and we did an American Thanksgiving for a bunch of French friends who had never had Thanksgiving before, and it was phenomenal. I have this fantasy. It's a really, don't worry, when I say the word fantasy, it's a very dull fantasy, but one of the things that I was looking forward to when I was dating the French woman that I was dating for a while, I was really, really hoping that I could take her home for Thanksgiving, because, and I guess that would have happened this year, because I'd heard stories about French boyfriends or girlfriends being brought home for Thanksgiving and what an experience it was. And so I just thought, man, that'll be fun. Like just the chaos of it, because it's the one American meal where we actually really sit around the table and then there's just way too much food. And yeah, I was looking forward to that. Never, obviously didn't happen. It probably won't happen. I don't know about the dating French women, if that's going to happen anymore, but maybe I shouldn't say that either. But I mean, we'll see. There's some lovely French ladies out there. I shouldn't say that. I'm open, very open. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. This is why I shouldn't talk about this stuff. Just, you know how it goes. How do Parisians celebrate Thanksgiving? Marina asks. Marina Zuzi, if I said that correctly. They don't. It's not a thing. Although I think more people are. It's kind of like Halloween. More people are picking up on it. They're aware of it and they try. But a lot of my friends, even my English friends today, I had some English friends, British friends who were like, I don't understand what this is, but I hope you have a good time. So you really have to see Thanksgiving to know what Thanksgiving is. I feel like you have to experience it, and once you've experienced it, you can never go back. I love it. It's my favorite holiday. I love Thanksgiving so much more. It's gonna be you drinking, Jeff. That's me too, man. We're sitting here drinking together. Keep it going. The lack of diversity. Emily in Paris. There's a lot of stuff about Emily in Paris that could and maybe should bother you for sure, but I just don't care enough. As a show, I didn't enjoy it enough. I don't want to say I didn't care enough, but I just didn't enjoy the show enough to just keep watching it. Like there were elements of it that I did enjoy, and there were parts that I thought were fun. Clearly somebody who lived here, and so like I'm not anti the show. It's just not my thing. Bye, Jeff. Loud. Oh man, studying tips on your studying for a math and probability test. Esther, you're not going to like this, but probably don't hang out on a live stream while trying to study is probably the best advice I could give. Second best advice I could give, just stay here and forget about studying, because who needs to study? I mean, really. Oh yeah, that's true. On the French Canadian accent though, sometimes. So that is a real thing, but I'm also very cautious about talking about that as well. I feel like I'm wandering into a lot of dangerous territory here. You guys are getting me in a lot of trouble tonight, because that is a true thing. It's kind of like the Scottish accent. Sometimes you like, it can be really thick, in English, even between other Scots. And I think similarly, yeah, the Quebecois accent sometimes is like, it can be really hard to understand. I've had that experience before, but but the expressions, Quebecois has got some of the best expressions. Let's be honest. What happened to the wheel? Oh, right. Yeah, we already covered that. As an American, have you ever learned in school of the real history of Thanksgiving? I don't think that we learned. I don't feel like in college they were more historically accurate about Thanksgiving. And I think that the school that I went to in high school, I was also pretty transparent about like the nastiness of the settling of North America. Didn't go into it as much as it should have, and honestly, there are elements of it that I learned later as an adult for sure. But no, I don't. That was Sharon Linares. Also trying to get me in trouble. Everybody's trying to get me in trouble with this question and answer. Is Thanksgiving celebrated in France? I'm going to get myself in trouble one way or another. Is Thanksgiving celebrated in France? Asks M. Brooks, MJE. Not related. Have you come across the name Ligue? Not sure how best to pronounce that. So no, apparently I haven't. And as for, no, Thanksgiving is not celebrated pretty much anywhere in the world except for North America, to my knowledge. But I do have a lot of friends that are picking it up and celebrating it. I have some friends in the UK who are making their own Thanksgiving meal right now as we speak. So, yeah, it's getting celebrated a little bit more here and there. I love it as it stands today. Like the tradition of having a family meal and spending time reflecting on what you're thankful for, I think is great personally. David S. Carth, cranberry sauce, fresh or canned? How about neither? We've been over that. Sorry. Pure Grace 8. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. No question, just happy Thanksgiving. Kiko Aguirre asks if I've been to Disneyland Paris. The answer is no. I've been to no Disneylands anywhere. Something I need to do. I need to do it one of these days for sure. Hey, Joe Buchanan. We were just talking about Scotland. We were just talking about Scottish accents. The warmest, friendliest, most delightful accents that are also sometimes difficult to understand. That's basically what the summary of that. French Canadians can fake Parisian French. Could be. It's helpful. It's a helpful skill. Oh, thanks for buying the book, Michael. Yes, I would say that my number one piece of advice is just to be very patient and relentless. Maybe a little bit of a strong word, but yeah, I would definitely be single-minded. And know that like nobody's going to really offer to help you. Like when it comes to bureaucracy and steps along the way of moving to France, you're on your own. So like even people that are willing to help you won't have answers for you necessarily because it's different for every person somehow. And then when you go in to talk to anybody, they're just going to put odds are very good, no effort in. So you'll be surprised pleasantly sometimes. People will be very helpful sometimes, but I would just be prepared for a long haul and power through it, and it's worth it. Favorite movie, TV show of all time? I don't have any of those, but I would say that my favorite, most recent watches, I really did enjoy The Boys. We were just talking about that. And The Queen's Gambit was also really fun. I really enjoyed that a lot. And then I just rewatched. I didn't realize Indiana Jones came out, the first one, in 1981. That's crazy. I had no idea that it was 1981. So it's older than I am. I, for whatever reason, never thought of Indiana Jones as being older than me. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Hunt for Red October, I just rewatched as well. I've just kind of gone back in time on the movies front recently. Really enjoy them. They're really, really good. My favorite French food that's not coffee? Well, to be honest, my favorite... I would not give the French my favorite slot probably anyways on the coffee front, but we were talking about souffle earlier. I would love it, since I'm not much of a dessert person, that is a dessert that I would love to have again sometime soon. Super good. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's really, really good. Catherine B 299 asks how I'm doing. I'm actually doing really well, Catherine. Thanks for asking. I'm very, 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 very tired. The videos that I put out today, that I made yesterday, were exhausting, and I went into them very tired to begin with. So I'm very tired, but in a really good place. Actually, I feel like I've learned a lot. This has been a year of personal reflection and growth, and just trying to work on myself as much as anything. And I think it's really paid off. I really feel like I've grown a lot, and I'm really, really, really grateful. It's okay, Andy. 1981 was a great year to be a student. It's good to be a Parisian at heart there, Richard. Always a good thing. What do the Scottish think of Outlander? Oh, danger questions. Oh yeah, I've heard that that's good. I haven't seen it. I need to check that out. Hey, also Anthony to Jersey City. Good to see ya. If I was gonna live anywhere else but France, if I was gonna live anywhere but France right now, I mean, even in France, I really only want to live in Paris or in a chateau, apparently, which I keep thinking about. But if I was gonna leave the country, I keep thinking about like Amsterdam, London, New York as places that I would like to go, mainly for cultural reasons. It'd be really nice to go. I mean, the Dutch aren't necessarily I feel like you have a variance of like the warm friendliness, but the Dutch, I love how direct and honest and friendly. I mean, the Dutch are just great. I love the Dutch. But I feel like one of those three would be really great. Although I won't have access to London really post Brexit here. So if I get my French citizenship, the Netherlands would be really good. I keep thinking that. I don't know why. I just like would love to go there. And then I feel like sometime in New York at some point would probably be right up my alley. Would be great. Oh, me first was talking about Outlander as well. Lots of stuff up there to watch. Oh, hey Lucy. I think did you leave? Welcome back. Oh, you haven't watched anymore? Yeah, the first it's definitely they don't shy away from some challenging things. I really enjoyed it. Joe, if one were to move to France as a retiree, is the process any easier? I doubt it. No, I don't know. I feel like the easiest roads are like the student visa. The student visa is probably the best and the easiest road. Thanks, Timothy. I appreciate that. Did that come up in my... It didn't come up over in... Did I miss that? Oh, there it is. Thanks, Timothy. Appreciate that. Cheers, my friend. A chink. A clink. A clink. Clinkety clink clank. So that's the thing. There are a lot of UK... I know a lot of Brits retire in France, and that's going to get more challenging with Brexit. And I think there are ways of doing it, like with the long-term tourist visas especially, but... like actually emigrating, I think is pretty challenging unless you have family here. I think that's, I'm not an expert on that front. You want to talk to like an immigration, a lawyer. Immigrating is definitely hard. I'm lucky that I found a way in here. Maybe you could get a similar visa to mine though too. Maybe if you got a talent visa or something, that could be a way to do it. Skipping Thanksgiving and going straight to Christmas decorating. Nice. I was thinking about getting a Christmas tree. I might have to. I got to get rid of this potted plant here too. The pot itself, the outside part is like rusting and staining everything it touches. And then the plant the plant has a story. It was a hand-me-down from that French ex we were talking about. And I've kept it alive because I think it's the right thing to do. It's a plant after all. But I think I might replant it somewhere else because it's time for it to move on. Ooh, thanks, Tim. Recognize your face. Oh, no, Michael Mon. Ooh, I didn't recognize your face. Sorry, Michael. It was a very tiny. Dang it. Sorry about that. Thank you, Michael. Michael Mon. Appreciate it. Cheers to you, my friend. And a little bit of applause for you as well. Clink. Oh, I love Scottish accents. That was not a knock against Scottish accents by any stretch. It's just sometimes they can be a challenge depending on the accent. But they're still lovely and very warm. Hello to London, Miss V. So definitely some non-fans of the Queen's Gambit in here. I enjoyed it, but I think the boys, it's also very, very gory. It's very over the top, so very violent. But I feel like it's good. I'm glad you're enjoying the fireplace there, Lizzie. Ah, Esther, the coffee shop visiting can be a warm and friendly experience for sure. Gilly's doing great. I just watered her today. She's sitting over here. She was a little overdue for a watering, but the last time I actually flooded my sink, so she was a little too watered. So I figured I'd give her a little bit of extra time. Yeah, the talent visa is definitely the best visa. It's the one I would definitely go for. Why did men want to take you for a coffee? I don't know. Maybe, I guess you're just lovely. Any more thoughts about getting a dog? Oh yeah, always curious. I'm always thinking about getting a dog, but I don't think it fits in with my lifestyle. If I ever have a bigger space or like my driver's license, maybe, but I just don't think a dog is a great way to go. Hey, Allie, welcome to the party. Good to see you in here. I'm terrified. I'm not going to talk about the potential of our secret project, but I'm actually really terrified about it now that I brought it up to you, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad you've been watching my videos for so long, Esther, and really keep going for those coffee shops because I think obviously there are snobbish elements. There can be snobbish people in it, but I've found that like in traveling, coffee shops are often such nice places to go because you all have something, an interest that you hold in common. And I don't know, it just makes it's also like actually one of the other ways, this is super nerdy, but one of the ways that I want to travel this spring is specifically for Space Invader hunting because it gives you something very specific to do while you're seeing the city. So like it gets you around and you explore so much better, and it's its own fun way of exploring. So finding little things like that you enjoy, that force you to explore, or at least encourage you to explore more, really good ways to go about. Oh, Paul Taylor's in here. We were talking about you a minute ago. I was talking about how jealous I was of your ability to throw comments up on the screen because I'm reading questions for the question and answer session out of Instagram, and it's not nearly as fun as the way that you're able to do it. A cat, Joe Buchanan? No, no. I like cats, but like I want a dog for the active portion. Like I want to go out for walks. I want to take it on runs. I want to take it out into the world with me. You know, I want to have a buddy. And I like cats. I grew up with a cat. Nothing against cats. But no, I'm like not in the lifestyle on that front. You know, that is, let's see. Oh, being too serious. Sorry, Joel. I saw yours, the way that you phrased it. I was like, I'm just going to skip that one. I'm still not totally into answering the direct questions about like my dating life, even if I'm starting to talk about it a little bit more. It especially depends on how it's phrased, I suppose. Paul is in the house. We'll see if we can get him to swear for us a little bit and if it gets picked up by the filters. Because I don't know if you noticed this, but Paul Taylor is becoming very famous in France for swearing in English. Which is funny. He's been on like every news network, literally using the worst words in the English language to the amusement of the French, which is hilarious. And it makes me really happy every time I see it. So Paul, if you feel like swearing in chat, I'm sure that the moderators will be very happy to unblock whatever you say because you're professional at it now, so you're allowed to. I think Paul's lives are on Thursday nights. What did he say? I think he maybe even said something about that. Oh, his live is tonight at 10 p.m. Yeah, Thursday nights at 10 p.m., which I'm going to be getting off shortly after he starts, I think. So make sure you subscribe to Paul if you haven't already. Oh, I can call you. I'll figure this out. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see if we can't get a Paul Taylor sighting in here. Oh, it said Paul Taylor's not online. I tried Skyping you, buddy. Hop on Skype and give me a call, and I will try to, I don't know how to, I'll figure out how to do it safely. We'll see how this works. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Njord. Butter Slacks is all about how the French is different in Canada. It's true. Canadian French is very different. I feel like you guys have a lot more fun expressions that I don't understand, but I am always so fascinated by when explained to me. I genuinely am always like the etymology of expressions. Amazing. Love it. Okay, so not this. Cancel. Right? Oh, window capture. That's correct. Add a news source instead. Vince, thanks for that super chat. I don't know if I didn't see that. I just saw it pop up in my little window. Mildly distracted by trying to get this working. Whoa, no. There's a notepad there. Here you go. Those are little notes. Let me cancel this. See if I can't get this to work. Okay, I think that's gonna work later when we get it up and running. Might have to. I could always call him by. I could always call his actual phone. Has he been talking to me in chat this whole time? Oh, you don't have it? Okay, he's getting it. Oh, look at that. I'm getting some flashing lights in the background too. Skype is a thing in France. Skype's a thing in most places. Oh, thanks, Vince. I just saw you're welcome. Thank you very much for grabbing a copy of my guide. I appreciate it. Here it comes. Paul, can you hear me? Oh, look at that beautiful studio.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Perfect. I think I can turn you on and then resize you. Hold on.
The joys of life.
This is
I
great.
love it.
This is amazing. How are you doing, man? I love your glasses.
Yeah. Do you follow me on Instagram?
I've seen, the only thing that I don't know the story of how you broke them. Please feel free to share that.
Oh, the story is boring. I was just cleaning them in the middle. Because they're made out of plastic. Fucking French plastic glasses. And so I just tried to clean them and they snapped in half. And that was that basically. They died.
That is
so.
What have you used? Is that I see pink and I'm imagining like a milk carton clip.
Hold on. Are you on? Like, am I on the?
Yeah, you're right in the middle. You're right in the fireplace right now.
Oh, cool, nice. I'm not looking at the live. Like, so basically, I tried a couple of things. I tried glue. Glue didn't work. Because the way these, like, if I put the glasses on a flat surface,
yeah,
they want to split open.
Oh,
like,
no.
Like that way.
Yep.
So I was like, I can't sit here for an hour and have my my glasses stuck. So that didn't work. So I've got some black gaffer tape.
Yeah.
To start with.
Gaff. Gaff is good for everything.
And then my problem was if I just had glasses with a black bit of gaff, I could imagine people just looking at me going, there's something wrong there, and I can't really tell what's wrong. So I was like, I need to make it more obvious. I need to just go full out. And so I took some pink. I don't know if I close my eyes, maybe this will.
Can you focus on it? What is it? I can see there's a little bit of a black something in the middle of it.
Come on. Hold on, let me get my face out of the
There
shot.
it goes. There it goes.
What
like is that?
It's like masking tape for
or a Band-Aid.
Like we used it for like my daughter's cards. I tell you when we used it for when we got married with my wife.
Yeah.
We had a photo book made where people would print out Instax things. The Instax sort of, the hipster. Everyone's printing out these photos. Oh, do I have it up? I don't have it up there. And then they would stick it into the book with this sort of pink tape and different.
Yeah.
I went for pink just because it was fun.
Oh, that's great.
How are you anyway? How's life? How's Thanksgiving?
I'm doing great. Happy Thanksgiving. Have you ever had a Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh, Paul, next year we'll do Thanksgiving.
Mate, we've got to make it happen.
When we're out in the real world again, I'm definitely making you Thanksgiving. It's gonna happen.
I know that it's similar to our Christmas dinner in the UK, with turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and roast vegetables and stuff. But I don't know the specifics. I was speaking to my friend Sarah, and she's from the South.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently there's a whole, like, who has the best side?
Yep.
There's the turkey, but then what is the best side? And there's, like, different types of side from different parts of the country in the US.
You're on it.
Gather.
Yeah, you're on it. You totally, yeah. And I don't even know what all of them are because we were just talking about this earlier in the stream. Every time I think I know, I've heard every single side that the South has produced that I never knew existed. And then somebody told me about cornbread pudding tonight, and it blew my mind. Yeah, that's the exact expression that I had. I was like, what is cornbread pudding? I like cornbread. I like pudding. I don't know how I feel about cornbread and pudding together. So apparently it's very good. I've been told it's very good. It's like a compressed pain perdu or French toast. So apparently it's supposed to be good, but where I'm from, we're a little bit less cultured than they are in the South. So our probably, I think, and I actually saw a graphic about this. I think where I'm from in Washington State, up in the Northwest, green bean casserole is the preferred side.
Green bean casserole. See, that sounds more like a side dish of a savory main course than a pudding. Pudding sounds like dessert.
Kind of like candied yams, you know. But people love that as well. But so that we've been over like so. Then and forgive me for those of you that have heard this, but Paul hasn't. So for me at Thanksgiving, I'm the happiest with a savory everything. So like if I've got my turkey, my mashed potatoes, and my stuffing or dressing, whichever it is, covered in gravy, I'm happy. And give me like a glass of sparkling cider on the side for some sweet. And
you just, I mean, we don't need sweet in the mouth food. Anything like a nice rum at the end, or I don't know, like a sherry, or something like that. Something sweet, alcoholic is preferred. Yeah, it's for same thing for Christmas dinner. I don't have a big family, so we've never really had turkey because it's just been too big.
Turkeys are massive.
Either me and my mum, or me, my mum and my wife, or me and my dad. So it's never been massive like turkey stuff in my adulthood. So we just cook like a slightly bigger chicken. But yeah, like you ain't got space for dessert. You're eating too much anyway, and then so you just get a bit of sweet alcohol in there.
Oh yeah, and that's where it's at. And I think for me, like then I'm it's funny because as we're talking about it, what I'm realizing is that I never my tastes have grown so much. We talked probably for 25 minutes just about hot sauce earlier because we've been talking about food all night.
Oh, man. What's your favorite hot sauce?
I think it's probably like the Island Foods Scotch Bonnet from this Canadian company that somebody sent me recently, and I love it.
Mate, it sounds amazing.
Really hot and really good. What's your favorite?
I love hot sauces. I don't really have a favorite because I don't know that many that well. But
Paul, I have tons. When we're allowed to see each other again.
Mate, there's a company here called Frishti, which is kind of an app where you can buy groceries and get them sent to you to avoid going to shops, and it's all like organic stuff, like French-made stuff. And they have a couple of hot sauces on there that my wife bought, and they were really good. I can't remember the names of them, but one was like a barbecue type, less spicy one, and one was like a really like super spicy one. But I was what was I talking about? Yeah, I was watching a lot of Hot Ones. What do you call it? Interviews recently. If you don't know the Hot Ones channel,
love Hot Ones.
You need to and watch Hot Ones. The guest stars are unbelievable.
If you ever thought that celebrity interviews were boring, you were right until they added hot sauce challenges, and then it's magic, absolute magic.
Oh, good show. Yeah, I'm into hot stuff, and as I think I've seen in a couple of vlogs of yours, like French people in general don't like hot food. Like it's just not hot. Like every time. Here was the other reason I thought about it is we ordered. There's a burger place called PNY Burger.
I love
Paris,
PNY.
New York.
Yep.
Good, isn't it? It's like, for me, it's the best burger in Paris. And they've got a new one this month called Found Dead in Mexico is the name of the burger.
What?
Yeah. And
I love that.
You can choose the Scovilles of the
Really?
Heat. They're like, you want it. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. So there's three levels. Level 1 was 1,000 Scoville.
Yeah.
Level 2, I think, was 100,000.
Oh my gosh.
And level 3 was 1,000,000.
Oh my gosh.
And so I didn't know what the Scoville situation was. I don't know. I'm not that advanced in hot sauce level. So I typed into Google, like, hot sauce, Scoville, whatever. And it was like Tabasco is like, whatever, 1,000 or something, like not very high. I want it to be hotter than that. And then I typed in like 1,000,000, and I was like, that's closest to the hottest thing that ever exists. I mean, it's like 2.5 million or whatever.
It doesn't even matter anymore.
Million's going to be a lot. So I went for 100,000. No way was it near 100,000. It was like, I don't know, it's Tabasco plus.
That's too bad. So it was like they put one drop of the 100,000 in the entire burger. And it was just mixed in. Yeah, that's the thing. It's true. Like when I go to, it's funny because when I have to do like the wink and the nod whenever I go to places like to get banh mi or something like that. And they're like, do you want it spicy? And I'm like, I want it spicy. And they're like, really? And I'm like, and I always say, je suis pas français. That's like, that's just, I just say that I'm not French. Like I really want it spicy. And then they'll pile the piment in there. Yeah.
Do they get offended when you're like, I'm not French?
No, they always laugh because they already know. I mean, look at me, I'm not French. And then I just say like, hey, look, no, really, I'm not. I want it spicy, and they're like, okay, That sounds good. I went to a place recently. There's a banh mi place that I just discovered in the second a couple weeks ago called Miss Banh Mi. Really good. It's the most expensive banh mi I've ever bought because usually they're like street sandwiches, but they had multiple levels of spice as well. And we basically were just like, you know, the friend that I was with was like, a little spicy, and I was like, I'll take it spicy, and they nailed it. So it's occasionally it happens. You get the right spice.
Yeah, there's a restaurant called Trois Piments Plus.
Yes,
Trois
those guys get really hot.
Is
When
that
you
what
go
it's
to
called?
because they go up to like 5 levels, right? I think I've had level 3,
Yeah.
and it's hot.
I tried level 1, and I was like, oh, okay, you guys weren't joking around. This
No,
is
they're not
hot. This is
joking.
actually hot.
Oh no, it's really hot. That's one of the places that does, and I think they've got a second place they open. The thing with them that I struggled with was because I got their like noodles with it's like pan fried noodles or something, and I didn't realize it wasn't gonna come with a sauce. So they were like dry noodles that were also super spicy. So not only is your mouth on fire, but you're just like, you know, just like struggling to chew it. Like, oh. So I haven't tried them again since then, but it was hot. It was definitely really hot. You know, as it goes. But what I realized with Thanksgiving was that as we were talking about it earlier, and as I was filling you in just now, I just never grew up. Like the meal that pleased me the most as a 5-year-old is exactly the meal that I want today. And it's those that's why I'm like the non-alcoholic drink I'm totally happy with on Thanksgiving. I'll take it. Not tonight,
Right.
but you know, in general.
Yeah, on normal nights when it's not pandemic style.
Exactly. For the pandemic, I'd be a fool not to drink. But you know, in the normal times, who needs alcohol when you've got friendship?
I just realised we've got the same headphones. I'm looking at the looking at the YouTube. The Bose NC whatever they are, 700.
Yeah, I'm super happy with them. These were a gift from my lovely viewers who are probably watching right now, who replaced the ones that got stolen. And I managed to upgrade to these. I love them.
Nice.
How do you like them?
Yeah, I like them. Honestly, the only reason I bought them was to monitor my live show.
Yep.
My live YouTube show. And so when I'm doing that, I plug in the cable here. But I find that the problem is because they're Bluetooth headphones, you have to turn them on.
Oh yeah.
Then when you plug in, there's like this weird echo that I'm hearing through my mixer.
Really?
So I'm a little bit annoyed with the wireless, like Bluetooth sound cancelling part of it is amazing. I don't use it often enough to have spent like 300 euros on them though.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
I'm a little bit because I mean obviously I would use these on a train and an aeroplane, like you know out in a cafe, but I'm doing none of those things right now. So
of course.
And so I'm not fully putting them to use, but apart from that, they're amazing.
I see. The thing is, I'm using these like crazy, and I use them everywhere all the time to the point that I'll probably destroy them. But the noise canceling is so much better than the last model. Like it's significantly better, and it has active noise canceling on the microphone, which I love. So that when I'm even like I've only had one person. I've tested it multiple times. I've only had one person that I was talking to on the phone that was able to hear me vacuuming while I was talking to them on the phone. Right. So it's like, okay, I'm a big fan. I like them a lot. They don't work on the Metro so well though.
Yeah. Quick answer to a question from Jason. I'm just checking on your chat.
Oh yeah, I've been also thanks to 8 Dandy over on Twitch for the follow. I appreciate that. I heard the dinging.
Oh, okay.
What's Jason asking you?
He's asking, how did you come up with your Bisou Bye t-shirt? Those in the US that get it, love it. Those that don't, well, tweak out. Yeah, I made like a t-shirt with a French company called Monsieur T-shirt. It's just like a fun...
Monsieur T-shirt. I love that.
Monsieur T-shirt. I don't have one in the office here. It's at home. But anyway, it's the logo is like I don't know if you can see. I don't know. I can't. I'm not looking at myself, so I don't know where I'm in frame and not. It's basically a round circle.
You're totally in frame there.
The European stars, the yellow European EU flag stars.
Yeah.
I put one of them out because of Brexit, and basically, Bisou Bye. It's kind of a thing that I say like in emails that I've always said when I've been living in France. It's just become like my little thing of like see you later. Like I'm like, oh, Bisou Bye, and so it was kind of like an ironic thing from Europe to Great Britain being like, yeah, Bisou Bye. Piss
I
off
love it.
if you don't want to be a part of it. Some people are like, what, you don't want to be a part of Europe? You're not, like, people thinking it's me, the English person, because I'm English, saying Bisou Bye to Europe, but it's the opposite. thing. So anyway, I thought of that, and we made a couple of t-shirts, and that's why there's a star. I actually got inspired by Banksy.
Oh yeah, the one where he had a kid like wiping one of them out, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he did a stencil on the side of a building where there's a kid like painting one of the stars out.
Yeah.
And I really loved that visual of like, even though the stars don't represent the 28 countries or the 27 now, I can't even remember what the stars represent anymore. I read up about it because there's not 28 stars. I was like, oh, why are the stars there?
Yeah.
There might be the founding.
I was gonna say, is it the founding?
Of the EU. I can't remember. I checked on Google. Anyway, so when people saw the Banksy thing, they're like, oh, well, the stars don't represent the countries, so there's no point in it's just a visual thing of like, one country's left, we shouldn't have left. See you later. It looks like a shitstorm over there in the UK right now.
Does look like that. Well, and it's also bisous for those of you that don't speak French is a way of is like kisses, right? And it's like a way of saying you say bisous to say goodbye. It's like a cute way of saying goodbye. So, yeah, la bise, which is one of the things that launched Paul's career to the soaring heights that it's at now, was about la bise. It was about the kiss entering into a room, any party. That we apparently will never do again. So it's a good thing you got in that. You just got in just in time on that one.
Say that we will though. I know that I know in public people won't do it, but in private people.
Yeah, people will get right back to it.
I was still doing when I was doing my show in October when you came.
Yeah.
I don't know if that night I asked the audience, but I was asking like I was complaining about la bise, and I'm like, out by way of applause in the audience, who's done la bise, the kissing, saying hello since the pandemic started? 90% of the people applaud, and I just go ape shit. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? This whole thing is your fault. We're going down into quarantine again because you guys can't stop kissing each other on the fucking face.
It's true.
People are still doing it.
It is the number one reason people are blaming like bars and restaurants, but it's not at all. It's just hellos and goodbyes, and the inability to not kiss literally everybody. It's a way to spread a disease for sure. As you go. Oh man, that's terrible. Yeah, are you missing being on stage? I mean, like you were finally back on stage.
Yeah, the show picked up again in October. Yeah, I'm missing like not being on stage in correct conditions. It was honestly, like October was difficult just because it wasn't like a normal situation where it's like, all right, cool, we've got a theater to fill the seats.
Yeah.
Here's the promos, the interviews on the radio, like some videos that I'll put out promoting the show, being like, hey, come down and see. And by that, you know if you're doing enough or not by the amount of people that are coming to the show. But because this had an extra level of who knows if people are going to come or not, it was very stressful to every day be like, okay, we've only got like 20 tickets sold for a 350 theater.
Yeah.
But a lot of people booked last minute, so that was kind of okay. But it was more stressful than it was enjoyable in October to perform.
That's too bad.
For me, but for the audience, they loved it. Like everyone that I spoke to or that sent me messages afterwards are like, "Thanks so much. We really needed this show to take our minds off the news because it's all about the virus. How many dead people? How many cases? Trump in the U.S. Is he going to win? Is he not going to win?" It was just like people were bombarded with this news.
Yep.
And because I don't talk about any of that stuff in the show, people it was I joked about it on a French radio interview. I was like, I felt like almost like a public service, like coming out to make people laugh, even though I was not necessarily enjoying it that much because the room was half full. I was stressed out, whatever it was, but people seemed to enjoy it. So
yeah, I had a great time.
But I do miss the old days, obviously.
I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad that I got to come because I've been meaning to come see one of your shows since we started talking, and I just hadn't managed to. And so I was really glad that I could finally go to one. And I remember when I booked it, was when I was on vacation. I was down in the south of France, and I was talking with a friend, and I think I saw you tweet or something about it. You tweeted like, "Hey, here are the show dates," and I was like, "I'm doing it. I'm booking it right now, so I don't forget." And I had such a great time. So I look forward to. I also what I want to see is because you've told a lot of stories about this when we've talked about it in the past. I do want to see one of your small shows too. I feel like there's something very different about when you're in a smaller room.
Yeah, the atmosphere is obviously more intimate, and you get to talk to the audience a bit more, and spend more time doing that. So, the next official date that I'm performing in Paris is the big one on April 23rd
Oh my
at the
gosh.
Grand Rex, 2,800 seats.
Oh yeah, small show. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next one in Paris in 4 months.
I don't go to any show that's under 2,500 seats. So I mean, you're right in my ballpark.
That's good, and we're filming it as well for
cool.
for whoever wants to stream it or put it on TV or whatever. So we're well, I say we're filming it. It depends, because between now and April, who knows what's going to happen? We might get put back on lockdown and have to cancel them all again. Nightmare. But I'm happy that I'm able to concentrate on video stuff and lives and this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you've been killing it. Your series on your swear word series, if I can call it a swear word series. I don't know if that's a fair your cursing series.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I mean,
great.
It's called I Swear. I named it I Swear, but I don't really put the title anywhere. But yeah, it was. I texted you this when we were talking about it. I was just like, it seems like the more I insult French people, the more
they love
French
it.
people get interested, and they love it, and I get on news, like the news.
What's the word? Have you said? Has there been any filter on what you can say in English on French news? Have they said they've given you no limits?
No, I find this really weird. Like, I mean, we're our culture of, well, I'd say that I was going to say both our cultures of swearing are pretty much similar.
Yeah.
I'd say the US is even more.
Oh yeah, more conservative.
Restrictive than the UK.
Yeah.
Basically, after 9 p.m. in the UK, you can say everything pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's not bleeped out. Whereas in the US, even on a late show, like at 11 p.m., you can't even say like "damn" and they'll bleep it out. You're like, what? Really? It's 11 p.m. What's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, in France, even with French swearing, like you can hear at 7 o'clock in the morning on a French radio that you can be driving your kids to school at, and on French radio in French, they'll be saying, "Oh, that guy is a fucking idiot." In French, like, "Ah, c'est un connard," and you're like, oh, "It's 7 in the morning. My kids are in the car. What are you doing?" So they're very open with swearing on TV, on radio. It's not censored. Ironically, that I find them more prude to swearing in real life. Like if you start insulting someone in real life in the UK or the US, people take it a little bit better. Like in the UK, especially like further north you go into Scotland, Ireland, even the north of England, like everyone's swearing all the time. Every other sentence is a swear word, which is kind of where my mum's from Northern Ireland, so that's kind of where I get my fuck from. And so yeah, people in the UK and the US like tend to, it's a little bit less. They're less uptight about swearing in real life, more uptight about it on broadcast stuff. Whereas in France, it's the opposite. It's interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah, it's true. Actually, I remember I have had friends. I get away with it because I'm the sweet little foreigner who doesn't know what he's doing. But it's always funny to me when people tell me, yes, that is correct, but we don't say that. Just whenever you drop anything, or like I got into the habit for a while where I did say putain all the time for everything, kind of a thing. Yeah. And people would always be like, that was the right moment to use that. Maybe not in this company. They're just like, that's very good. You're a very good job. Don't say that, please. Like my mom's in the room, So it's always really funny to see where people's lines were. Because when you're just with friends, everything's fair game. But if you're like in a dinner party or something, you never know when you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
My theory about it, and it's just a theory, but I think it holds up for a lot of things in France, and the reason why people are a little bit uptight in general is the fact that there's two ways of addressing people. One, a formal way, and an informal way, the tu and the vous. Because in English-speaking countries, we don't have this barrier. So I feel like conversations that are not necessarily awkward in English-speaking countries, like when you're speaking to your boss or other colleagues or the in-laws. In France, those conversations can be really awkward. Like I've seen it, not because I don't have any in-laws in France.
Or coworkers,
Yeah, well,
yours is different though. Actually, that's true. You do. When you have a show, you have a lot of people working with you.
Yeah, but the entertainment industry, so to speak, is more Americanized or British. Like it's more familiar. People are always doing la bise. People are always telling each other to fuck off. And it's kind of fun, But I could tell the difference when I worked for Apple, and I'd been to the headquarters in California in Cupertino. I'd been to the headquarters in London, and in the headquarters here in Paris. you walk in and it's just like, what is this atmosphere? Like, when we work for Apple, people, cheer the fuck up. Like, it's an American company. We're not in. I mean, I get we're in. Just take the poles out of your asses. Chill out, everyone. And so I see like friends, like one of my wife's best friends, always invites us over for their daughter's birthday, and we go around their house, and then the in-laws of their in-laws are there, and it's just like this really awkward conversation, and I'm just like, why is there so much tension? And I think it's the fact that people use vous here, and that's why swearing there's more tension in those situations. I don't know.
No, there's a formalization to the language that actually translates into situations, right? And that's true. That's really true. I think it's interesting because like even as like my guardian and I, the property manager here, she's my guardian, my legal guardian. She's like, gosh, I don't know how old she is. I would guess she's in her 70s. And, you know, like I've talked to her here and there a little bit. I've always been very cordial and made sure to like you always want to stay on the good side of the property manager. But through the first confinement, and now it's like we talked every day because we're the only people that we saw. And it was so interesting to like see her warm up and like see how much she shifted. But like there's a limit to that, right? Like there's this hard limit at the end of the VU spectrum where it's like, this is as warm and as friendly as we get within this tier of socialization. But like on the next, if we're going to get any friendlier, it's going to turn to 2, and there's no way on earth she's ever going to tutoie me, you know, like it's always going to be VU with me. So it is really interesting to see that how like now she's very forgiving. Like where if I'd ever said 2 to her before on accident, she would have corrected me and been like VU, you know?
Right.
And now all that stuff slides if it happens, which it never happens really anymore anyways. But like, it is interesting to see how like just language creates a construct that you can't get out of. And the way that it can affect an entire company.
This is why I love Canada, as Harold Deschênes has written. In Canada, we're much more inclined to say 2 if we know the person, even if she is an authority figure.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Quebec. Like, I just loved la décontraction, as we would say in French, like the how unstiff they were over there, you know? And the same thing, and it goes even to like TV. Like when you watch interviews on TV of like famous people, you know, like whatever, like a Johnny Depp or someone that comes to the Late Show, or whoever it is that goes to Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, any of those late shows, there's like a really cool vibe. Like you know, people are friendly. Any of those equivalent famous people in France on a French talk show, there's just like this awkward thing going on, which is why I love Canada for that. And it's the same. I lived in Spain for a couple of years, and in Spain they do have 2 forms for the same equivalent, vous and tu. But very quickly they move into the tu, the informal way of saying it. And like you see it, I see it on films. Like you know, if you're watching, like when we're watching, if in the background on the TV we're watching like NCIS or something like that on TV, like there's a good vibe between all the people in any TV show, whether it's ER, whether it's any of the American TV shows or the British ones, like Sherlock, with Sherlock and what's his name now? I've forgotten. What's the second character called? Watson, exactly. There's like a thing, but they in the subtitles, in the French subtitles, they're using vous, and it's like this weird tension. It drives me nuts, but you know.
Yeah, it is weird. I was thinking about this because I was like, if I was gonna write, I don't think I'm gonna do this exactly, but because I was thinking if I was gonna write another book and try to tell some more stories of my time in Paris, I think I might frame it in what my goal for this year was. And I wish I'd been taking notes the whole time, which was make French waiters laugh. Like that's kind of like my goal. in any time I'm dealing with service personnel in Paris, my goal is always to get them to like relax and to laugh. Those are like my goals. Like to find a way of joking with them that like gets through. And like I don't care how many times I crash and burn, this is gonna happen. And I'd say that I'm batting 600. I'm up to like 70%. I feel like in the interactions when getting there, I crash and burn a little bit less at least.
That's what works for you as well. Like, because I don't have like an English accent when I speak English.
Right.
When I speak French, sorry. Like I don't have that. Like, they don't give me the permission to get things wrong. You know?
That also helps. Yeah.
Are you on Twitch as well at the same time?
I am, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna do Twitch for my lives, but then I was just like, I don't have anyone on Twitch, so I need to start like a whole.
You don't have anyone there until you start, and then they find you. The Twitch side of things is a lot of fun, but Twitch is where I do when I'm doing streaming for like when I'm playing games mostly. But when I'm doing now, I just because also Twitch is just like open. I feel like people on Twitch are open for any kind of live stream, and they often like this like random stuff like this. So I've started just all my live streams go to Twitch now.
Okay, but that's weird because somebody, one of your moderators, Sermalem, says voice box on Twitch.
Oh yep.
Says jingle my bells, Paul.
I missed that.
But I was like Twitch. I don't because obviously I'm watching this one. I don't have Twitch, so I don't know.
He also permitted the term. I see
Oh.
that he added the term "dickhead" for you. So
What do you mean he added the term dickhead?
yeah, he added it. It's no longer blacklisted for in your honor, so people won't get censored for saying that on Twitch right now.
Oh, nice. Okay,
He's
cool.
active. He's very active over there. Thank you, Mystery Man. Appreciate the extra work you're putting in over on Twitch. I got some good mods, man. What can I say?
Yeah, we need to. I need to talk to you more about Twitch because I don't understand.
It's fun.
It.
You know what we need to do too? Actually, it'd be a lot of fun. We need to have let's have an offline conversation because I actually have I have some ideas of some fun things that I've been doing or wanting to do more that I think you would probably really enjoy as well.
Nice.
About
like
that.
it.
We don't have to. I'm not trying to kill the conversation right now. I'm just saying like I'll float some ideas by you, not publicly.
I have my live in 40 minutes, and I just need to like promote it on my social media and stuff.
Okay, before you go, do me two
fine.
favors before you go. One, tell me because I forget what the services you use to get your beer, and two, tell everybody watching how they can follow you, and if they want to abandon my live stream to go watch you swear at French people, how do they find you on YouTube?
No, they should finish your live first.
Oh no, I mean, come on, man, if they want to.
Beer is
Une petite mousse. Right, I knew mousse was involved.
Is that backwards for you, or is it?
Nope.
No? Okay, it's backwards for me when I look at it on the screen. Anyway, Une Petite Mousse, yeah, they're a box. It's like a box beer company, so you like pay a monthly fee, and they send you 6 new beers every month from different breweries, which is really cool. And they also do an advent calendar, which is my favorite thing.
That's
so,
amazing.
That's
I'm
how
doing
I found
that.
out about it. Are you? That's cool.
No, I mean, now that you have said that out loud, I now shall do that.
Oh, the
advent calendar.
I've got it in my. If I zoom out to like, you can see my whole office. It's just over in the corner over there. I don't know if you can see.
I'm in for that. Is it too late to get in on that?
No, it's not. You can still get it. I mean, I think they still do it until January or whatever, but they just do it. But it's cool. Yeah, you can open 1 beer a day, and they give you like the description of it and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I get my beers from. And the other thing was where people can find me on YouTube.
Yes.
It's where most of my content is, Paul Taylor, and then Facebook, all the other social media. I'm not on Snapchat, and I'm not on TikTok yet.
You're not on Snapchat as far as anyone knows. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I might be on Snapchat. I mean, I'm pretty sure people re-upload my stuff to other social media, but I've already got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm already struggling understanding how they all work and what's the best format of video and what time is the best to post and what. It's too much. So I'm not on the cool kids platforms yet. I'm just on the old people's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I might do TikTok soon.
That'll reduce your average age significantly. So there you go. You'll no longer be an old fart when it comes to your technology.
Hey, thanks for calling me.
Yeah. Thanks for downloading Skype for me.
Yeah. Well, I needed to download it at some point anyway. Because I just got a new computer and I just haven't used Skype on it. So that's awesome, and I'm glad this worked out. And thanks for having me on. And enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving evening.
Me too. Glad you could
with,
pop
all
in.
your fans.
Happy Thanksgiving, and have a good stream. And I'll talk to you again here soon.
Yeah, sounds cool, man. All right, take
Have
it
a grand
easy.
old time. Have a good night, man.
Yeah. Speak to you soon.
See ya. Oh, that was fun. Paul's a good guy. If you guys don't know Paul, and we didn't even do a proper introduction to say that Paul is a stand-up comedian here in Paris, who's obviously English/French. Does a fantastic show that I got to go see before we got locked back down again. It was a lot of fun. He's just a lot of fun. And I did a video with him, which I can link in the below spaces. and we'll see if we get caught up on you guys. Sorry, that conversation, I lost track of the comments. Usually I'm really good about doing both. See if I search both of our names together, if it pops it up right away. Oh, there's like I forgot about that video, actually. That was a lot of fun with him too. Shoot. Maybe I should look specifically on YouTube. And I'll pop a link in there for those of you that want to save it for later and watch it. There we go. Came up way better on YouTube. And I'll save it for you in the comments. And then I think it's almost 9:30, which means I think it's almost time for us to do some love storming. Boo boo boo. Yeah, so go toss him a follow, leave him some lovely comments. There's a video that we made together. Good to have Paul in here for a minute. No Thanksgiving for you, Aaron. I mean, come on. You could still have Thanksgiving. You don't have to have Thanksgiving everywhere else. But yeah, I hope your days. The days have been long and pretty lonely, especially all locked up. It's pretty brutal. But you always check out Paul's live, even if you don't watch it now. If you want to hang out with me and go check it out later, it'll still be available on YouTube. You can go check it out. Paul's just a great guy, and you should definitely check his stuff out. Let's see if I think I don't think I really missed too much up there. You guys seemed to quiet down quite a bit while we were. Oh, he's voice box. Wait, I'm so confused. I'm so confused about some of the stuff that's going on in here. Let's just move forward. So what I'm going to do really quick is I will go check the Q&A section over on Instagram there and finish that out because there were a few more questions. And then we will move on to a little bit of the love storming. And then we'll do, I think we're going to bump up the time frame on talking about what you're thankful for, because I'm going to call my family tonight and I want to make sure that I still have a little bit of energy left to share with them. So yeah, that's kind of what I think what we'll do is we'll do the love storming at 9:30 and then the thankfulness shortly after, maybe 10, maybe a little bit before that. And then we'll go enjoy our Thanksgivings wherever it is we are. Let's see. We ended with Catherine B asking how I was doing. And Catherine B also asks, what is your next milestone in order to open that next bottle of champagne? Bouteille de champagne. That's a good question. I think the only ones that are left are selling Agnar's box, which we're not even. Actually, Richard is hopefully Richard. For those of you that know Richard and baby Gustav, his dog, has his third human baby, Teddy, successfully, healthily produced a child. It's a weird way to say that. I'm so sorry that it came out that way. Teddy's a healthy young lad who I've gotten to meet now finally in person. And they're all doing well. The family's doing well. And I bring him up because he edited Sea of the Unknown and he wants to be editing the fantasy side of stuff. That's what he's most excited about is the fantasy science fiction writing that I've really not been doing for a long time. And I'm trying to figure out how to get back into a little bit more consistently. But he's supposed to be looking at Agnar's box right now and giving me some notes because I think I could definitely crank that one out sooner than later. But whether or not I get that out anytime soon, I don't know. That one I'm open to selling though to like a traditional publisher. I think that's the only time the only way it's going to see the light of day anytime soon. Otherwise, it'll fit into the long-term publishing strategy, which we'll revisit at some point here. This year has been a bit killer on the double planning and double working. It's been just enough trying to make sure that YouTube continues to go. Yeah, Deborah, the love storm, and I'll explain that here shortly. Don't you worry. Kaleidoscope asks, favorite dish if I was home today would be my grandma's stuffing, Grandma Jane's stuffing, I think, or the dressing that she makes, because it's like oven baked. It's not actually in the turkey. It's really good. I love Grandma Jane's. But she is hanging out in her place where she's being cooked for. They're making her a Thanksgiving dinner, so she's not cooking Thanksgiving dinner this year. I think her Thanksgiving dinner cooking days might be behind her. But you never know. We'll see. Maybe next year, Grandma Jane will be back at it. We will find out. And then Dixie asks the final question in here. I think Dixie's still in here. What's up, Jason? That was a high five. Everybody's really happy to have Paul in here, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed some Paul time. It's the most cussing you're going to hear on my channel for a long time, which is great. Although on live streams, it happens more often than not, I suppose. What was your worst wardrobe mistake, Dixie asks. Well, I was in the Super Bowl once, and my sequins... No, I'm just... what was my worst wardrobe mistake? I think I had some questionable decisions for my senior photos. I took some pretty embarrassing senior photos, which I don't think I have. I'm sure my dad has somewhere, including like a pseudo Hawaiian shirt that I wore very non-ironically. I'm pretty sure that was pretty bad. I think the whole setup. I was trying to look cool, and I did not look cool. What else? I also had like I wore some pretty tight small t-shirts that were way too small for me. I bought this shirt that was way too small for me when I was in Italy the first time I ever traveled abroad. It was way too small for me, and I wore it anyways, and I was pretty overweight. It was a bad combination, and just kind of looked awkward, and it like restricted my movements more than anything. It was just like awkward to wear. It didn't feel comfortable. Should always be comfortable, I feel like, in your clothes. Look good. But comfort should definitely be a very high priority in general, in my very ever so humble opinion. Those are all the cues, I believe, for the Q&A. Now we're going to move on to the love storming. I'll explain to you what the love storming is, and then I'm going to get a beer, and then we will do it. So the love storming is, we used to call it love bombs, but I feel like that's a little bit risky. So let's not call it that anymore. Love storms, basically, and I think it's a better word for it, is when we take a couple people who I would love to show some love to, or who might just be having a rough time, and just go and flood their comment section with nice things, and usually some choice emojis, which is kind of the key thing. So I've got 3 in mind today. Here but vaguely distracted. You're buying a tiny what? A tiny place? Oh, what? You're buying a place and watching this right now? Oh, man. That'd be great. Tiny homes. I've got a tiny home, and I think it's great. I love living in this place. I just don't like cooking in this place. It's stressful. So let's see. I got a few that we're going to do today, because I always think it's fun. Yeah, it's good to hang out, Deborah. I'm glad that you're not feeling so lonely. That's good. That's the point of doing this. It's we're just hanging out. Definitely nothing super exciting is going on. Although I have a tab. So one of my extensions, this is so random. It's a Space Marine playing saxophone. I have this tab that opens a random GIF from Reddit every time I open a new tab. And this is the one that just opened. It's not even, is a saxophone a woodwind for starters? And then also this is just insane. It's just ridiculous. I have no idea what's going on there. Okay. So let me double check that. Oh, maybe I should do this in incognito mode so I'm not signed in. Pretty sure that's a public profile. I'll find it here really quick. So the idea is that we're going to go. One of them is the most obvious one we can start with is my friend Natasha, because Natasha, some of you already picked up on this, whether it was, she moved for health reasons. She moved out of Paris finally, which is good. And I'm sad that she's moved out of the city. I'll go visit her. Not as soon as I was hoping, probably, because she had a tumble. She fell down the stairs. I mean, there's some other stuff going on that's just like, oh man, this is off to a rough start. But then she ended up in the hospital basically right away. I was texting her. I was talking to her when they first got there, and that night while we were talking, she took a tumble and ended up in the hospital with multiple fractures and like an injury in her spine, and it's gonna take a while to heal. And I was already worried about her, and then it's just like, oh man, this is so rough. So anyways, I bought her, she might be watching right now, actually. I don't think she is. So I don't want to say what I bought her. I bought her a fun little toy that she can play with just her left hand, because she can't play Switch or anything right now because she can't use both. She can't use her right hand. Thanks. Thanks, Eddie, for the super chat. That popped up. I haven't, thank you. Appreciate it. And so Sax does have a read. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was just curious. So she's doing okay. Her spirits are high. I was talking with her a bunch today, and I bought her a fun thing. So here's the thing. So go head on over. I can put her. Oh, I guess I just closed that. I'm putting her the URL to her Instagram in there, and then let's pull that back up, and I'll show you over here. If you just want to go, what we're gonna do is the same thing we did last time. The idea of the love storm is that we're just gonna go share some love. See how this works. I think you should be able to see what I'm doing here. So we're just gonna pick like this one right here. This is Bout Chaumont, where we went on our last little walk together. And then all we're gonna do, look, we already did. See, this is from the last one we did, and I wasn't gonna pick on her twice because I'm trying not to pick on people twice. There's Rachel. She's in chat right now. Rachel was just talking to us a second ago. So I don't know. And Ummi. See, look at you guys. You're all in here. Utopia. I think Sir Nick was in here. Didn't I just see Sir Nick as well? Thought I did. Anyways, and then Demaki Designs. That's another one we're going to do, actually, because we're going to give Jenica some love today. No, so normally I would pick somebody random at random who's just thinking about talking about, but because Natasha's having an extra hard time right now, and I'm worried about her, and I want to send some love. What we're going to do is we're going to actually send her some different emojis. We did tigers and suns last time. This time we're going to do ice cream of whatever variety you want. Come on, pop it in there. Ice cream, and then we're going to do an animal of some sort, I feel like. Are animals, where are animals in this listing is the question. Under party balloons, maybe? I have no idea. Under food? I guess that's dark, but real. Where are the animals? We're gonna do puppies, because I know she wants a dog someday. It was under the people. Okay. So we're gonna do, where is it? Puppers. This is the plan. And then I'm going to get a beer while you guys do the love storm. So if you just want to do ice cream and puppies, I'm just going to go, I'll hit dog here like that. Times 1,000. Boom. I'm going to post that there in the comments. Just go leave a bunch of those. She doesn't see these. Like, she doesn't get notifications for these. So we're just going to storm her photos, whatever photo you want, with ice cream and puppies. And then later I'm going to tell her, go look at your comments, and then she'll be really happy. She really liked that last time. So there's that one. I'm going to leave that one here for a moment. And then we'll do another one. We're just going to do something. This is fun. That's a great way to be and you can even say happy Thanksgiving. Since it's Thanksgiving. Like that. Happy Thanksgiving, thinking of you is what I just said. You can't see the whole comment that I just left. That's another good one. And if you just want to do Thanksgiving turkeys or whatever, that's also fine. Okay, so while you're doing some love bombs over here on the Natashas, let me go grab another beer. Because, I mean, it's the important things in life, right? And then, let's do some more. Yeah, she's having a rough time. So, the emojis, in my browser, I have an extension that adds them. So I can put them in here if you want to copy and paste them. There you go. Here we go. And then, Jason, if you want to copy and paste those. Hey, there's Shiba Inus in the Google side of things. That's funny. Okay. Be right back. I also forgot. Cheers. For that guy who was asking why I'm not in better shape for running as much as I do, it's all the beer. The other thing is I forgot that I've got an apple tart here ready to go. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Norigasif. I said that correctly. Doubt it. Sorry. Okay. So there's the Natashas. We can have a picture of her hanging out here. Aw, and it feels like we're really hanging out with Natasha. It's so great. I do love her to death. Love my Natasha time. Tosh time. My profile, my Twitch. Oh, my Twitch. That Twitch one is really funny. That's when we were at Paulin, and that's a photo that Pushan took of me. And yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so this is the tart. Let me show you. Oh, that actually you can see it pretty well. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I got the one that was a little bit un peu plus doré. So it's a little bit golden, a little bit more goldenized. It smells really good. Hold on. I'm really hungry. I don't know if this is gonna agree with the beer or not, but we're gonna find out. Oh wow. This is almost like eating a cookie. Look how thin that is. This is an apple tart. Oh, wow. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna find our next victim of a love storm. Hold on. Oh, almost I hit my cable. No, I don't want to turn on notifications. I don't have notifications on for almost anything. For those of you that have ever messaged me through Instagram and never heard back from me, I'm sorry. I've given up hope on pretty much my entire inbox. Okay, we're gonna get my brother-in-law next, is the plan. He will not see this coming. Unless my sister is streaming right now, which keep it to yourself, Karn. Pretty sure his profile is public. It is. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna go give Kevin some storming. This is my brother-in-law, Kevin Howard. Let's give him the straight up Happy Thanksgivings. Don't even say my name. Don't even mention me in this one. You can mention me in Natasha's. That's fine. But my sister freaked out, mostly in a good way last time. It was really funny. That's my sister right there wearing her mask. So you can take a picture here of Kevin doing a kick flip and I'll just be like, Happy Thanksgiving, you handsome devil. Also, my autocorrect is apparently set to French right now, which is not helpful when I'm writing in English. Okay. No. Okay, it's not gonna let me change that. And then the emojis we're gonna use. Sorry, I didn't give you emojis. Yeah, some family time here. Emojis. We're gonna do sunglasses guy. And is there a skateboarding one? Since we're yeah, skateboarding. Perfect. So this is what I'm gonna be using. Those guys. I'm gonna post that right there. He doesn't post very often, so like this photo is from 16 weeks ago. He's got some drone footage there. He got a drone not too long ago. That looks pretty cool. Oh, Kevin. So go give him a watch. Go give his videos a little watch. Leave him some love. There's Zephyr and Ducky, the doggies. Oh, I miss those doggos so much. They're such good little doggies. And yeah, he was doing some editing for me for a little while. If you remember, there was a season a year and a half ago or so where Kevin was doing a little bit of editing. So you've seen his work, whether or not you were aware of it, I'm sure, along the way. But yeah, good old Kevin. Go give him a Happy Thanksgiving. I did not find my sunglasses, Adele. Happy Thanksgiving, Deborah. Yeah, no, I did not find I don't know where they are. I actually reached out to Spy Optics, the company that makes them, and asked like, please, can I have more? Because that model is completely sold out. I was like, I'll buy them, but I just want another pair of the same kind. And then they got back to me and they're like, yeah, we'll get them back in stock. Don't worry. And they said they'd give me a discount code. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to have some more apple tart. Hey, Birdcat. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm having fun with the stash too. I went back to it because I just was like, that's not a bad look. I was looking back at my videos from last year a little bit. I was like, yeah, I like that. As long as I've got a little bit of a scruff going on. Probably a little bit more scruff than this, but okay. I have no idea if you guys are actually doing this or not. I just know from the past that it's been fun to do this, and I think it's just great. Like, it's nice to get some positivity, some emojis, you know. There's a little bit of a flood of love, a love storm, as it were. All right, and then let's see. I think I might have. Let me double check my notes here. But Jenica has always been a good friend of mine. Jenica is one of my oldest friends from back in high school. You've seen her in the vlog as well. I went to Corsica with her just over a year ago. And she and her partner, Ricky, ooh, thanks for the cheers there, BGP, are two people that I just think would be great to get over here eventually. They're trying to move to France, and I wish they were here because I wish they were just a part of my daily life anyways. But she has this second account on Instagram, Demaki Designs, where Demaki, I don't know if I'm saying that right, where she makes this jewelry, which is phenomenal. It's great. It's in a style that I'm sure that a lot of ladies are wearing these days. And I'm just really proud of her. It's a passion for her. It's a passion project. She loves doing it. And she's been really supportive of me in general, but just in the last few weeks, I've had some really good long conversations with her. And so it'd be great. I think it'd just be great to go send her a little bit of love. And she's got all this jewelry that's inspired by Corsica. She has a real love of Corsica, and so she's just got all these different pieces that have all their own stories. And so for Jenica, we're gonna find some jewels. So we're gonna find a diamond, and then we're gonna find the sea. So that's a wave like this, and then we'll do I didn't mean to put a gold medal in there, or bronze medal, whatever that was, like this. So I'll put these over here. Oh, you have a lot of Dixie. That's great. I have I have a few pieces too that I was supposed to give away that I haven't given away yet. So those are the emojis that I'm putting in there. And then let me link to her profile for you in the chat as well. So the nice stuff. And there we go. And it's nice to just throw a little love towards people, you know? I really like these two, these like globe necklaces. At least it's funny because that's not what it was. I don't think that's what that jewel was initially meant to be, but she throws it in this like axis. It's like looks like something from a globe, right? Like how you would suspend a regular old earthy globe. And yeah, they look great. Makes me wish that I wore necklaces like this, or had someone to give one to. There you go. They're pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more. I did one, but I'm gonna do a second one. She hasn't posted for a while. She's been focused on other stuff, but she's been building a workstation. Happy Thanksgiving. So she's built a workstation in her house so she can do a lot more jewelry stuff, and she was just sending me photos of it yesterday, 2 days ago, and it looks awesome. So there's going to be a lot more Jenica jewelry in the world. Basically, every time she makes anything, it sells before she can do anything with it anyways. So she's just always, she could be doing this all the time right now, but she just has so many other responsibilities. She's just a responsible person. I have received that. Susan, you want me to send some of those pieces to you? You should definitely hit them up. They're great. I wish I had one of these globes. I don't. That'd be great. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Mission Creek style. In San Francisco. There's a little bee, honeycomb bee. That's really fun. I haven't seen that one actually before. And she'll often post like the inspirations, like some videos and photos of inspirations for the pieces that she decided to make. But yeah, just go through her a little bit of love. She's earned it. She's worked really hard. Oh yeah, isn't that beehive? That necklace is super cool. We'll just go through a few of these. I wonder if this is from when she came to visit. Some earrings here, it looks like. Oh, look at that little fly. That is a really beautiful color. Wow. It's cool. Some flowers. What is this called? This is a whistle. This necklace. Boy Scout, that's right, the Boy Scout. Some good stuff. My landlady is calling me right now to wish me a happy Thanksgiving. I will have to call her back after this. I meant to send her an email today. I'm glad she's calling. I'll have to call her back after we're done here. So anyways, if you want to send some love towards those helpless victims that have no idea that a love storm is coming their way, that would be grandissimo. Highly recommended. And yeah, I'm really proud of Jenica, and she's just been such a good friend for so long, and so loving and supporting, and I'm really lucky that she's in my life. So I'd love to send some love her way. Would be phenomenal. Handmade in Corvallis, Oregon. There you go. Hey Tim, good to see you here too. Yeah, I like doing some love storming. It's great. Yeah, Jenica's great. Hey, Lynn Hood Animation, bonsoir, in Montreal. Yeah, there you go. So that's some of the love storming that we were gonna do. Go back to our fireplace here. Thanks for sending some love, everybody. That's great. Okay, so now that we've sent some love, had a grand old time, gonna eat one more bite of my tart here, And then, oh man, I'm gonna turn off my heater too because it's kind of warm in here. All right, then it's time to talk a little bit about what you're thankful for. I can talk a little bit more about what I'm thankful for as well. And then might have to call it a wrap for our Thanksgiving live stream together. I was going to go a little bit longer. It was originally my plan, but I am captain exhausted, and I'm just not going to... I decided I'm not going to push it. I'm going to try and be at least mildly responsible. So I feel like 3 hours is pretty good. Look at that. Lots of stuff people are thankful for. That apple tart is delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go through these, and talk and just kind of share what you all are thankful for, as shared in my Instagram story, where I asked, and you were so kind as to respond, and then I think we'll call it a wrap from there. It's good to end on a thankful note, right? Oh yeah, Bobby, these pastries are amazing. Yeah, Corvallis is great, Florence. Jenica's even better. Oh, I love Jenica. All right. Here we go. Aw, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate that. Is it Line or Lynn? I'm imagining it's Lynn, but please feel free to correct my pronunciation. Oh, Albany. I've never been to Albany, Oregon. All right, thankful stuff. Kiko Aguirre said my health and my family, which is great. Those are both very good things to be thankful for, especially health, I feel like right now, after we were talking about Natasha, but health and family are huge. That's really good. Sharon said, Sharon Lenora's said that she had an unexpected nice walk in the rain in Providence, Rhode Island. That's very nice. I like that. French Laura is sucking up and probably listening. She lurks on these live streams, so she might be here right now. We should send some love her way next time. She'll get a love storm next time. But she said to be your friend. She's thankful to be my friend. And there's a little flower emoji. That's very sweet. French Laura, if you're listening, thank you. I'm thankful to be your friend as well. Heidi Boyd says having food to eat and a place to live. I cannot agree more. I'm so lucky to have these tarts and this just delicious meal. Honestly, this Thanksgiving meal with the tart was like €2, maybe $2.50, something like that. The chicken, half of a chicken was €5, and the potato dish that I had was like €3.80, so it's like €11 for my entire meal tonight, not including beer, but like so lucky that I have access to affordable and delicious food like that. Pure Grace 8, thankful for all blessings received in my lifetime and your photos and daily vlogs. Thank you. Also sucking up a little bit. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Kaleidoscope is thankful that she'll no longer be expected to explain WTF is up with your country. That's something that's very good to be thankful for. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mr. Brooks, MJE, says that he's thankful that he hasn't lost his job, or that they haven't lost their jobs during this pandemic, as so many in the U.S. are suffering from food insecurity, which I just saw an article about that today, and is blowing my mind. Like, food banks are out of food. That is crazy. And if, oh my gosh, yeah. So that's something that I'm very thankful for as well. Be Free Yoga 67 says her health and her family, and happy Thanksgiving to me. Thank you. Health and family. Good stuff. Lucy Roloff is thankful for everything. So it's all taken now. You can't be thankful for anything else because Lucy got it all. Catherine B, just knowing all my friends and family have not been affected by COVID. Thank goodness. That is huge. I'm really grateful that my family has not. I have friends that have got it, though. A number of friends that have got it here in Paris, and it was rough. Definitely thankful that my family has not gotten it. I'm thankful for those people who continue to wear masks, social distance, and be safe, says Short Stack 1250. Also good. Responsibility and kindness towards others is really huge. Aaron's thankful to have hope. Feel free to say what you're thankful for over in the chat too. It's a great spot. Joe's thankful to have to still have her job. Thankful for the community. Thankful for me. Oh, thanks, Deborah. You know, hey, all good. Oh, did I get it right, Aaron? Was that the? don't know if I'm saying it right, but thanks everybody. Keep putting those thankful things over there in the chat. Trish23 said everything as well. Taken, but hey, there's no dibs here. Crafty Scribbles says living. Me too. Andrew Von Woods, me and my vlog. Oh, it's an escape for him. Thank you, Andrew. That's really nice of you. And I'm glad that I can provide a little bit of an escape when I'm not like just crashed and melted on the floor. I'll get back to the regular vlogging here soon, hopefully. My buddy Saul says that he doesn't have COVID with a laughing emoji, and I'm also very grateful that he does not have it, and I don't either. I'm very grateful for that. My ig only one says health in the air that they breathe, which is great. We've got some grateful people for how elections have gone recently, which is also very, very good. Home Cook 206, living, family, friends, work, God's grace. Those are good things to be thankful for. All of this is good stuff to be thankful for. I'm not trying to judge anybody's. I'm just great. I'm happy to encourage a little bit of thankfulness. Innes, who's in here watching right now, I saw still being alive. Me too. Dixie says me. What a suck up. Thanks, Dixie. I appreciate that. Delightful. Amima Bell Mo. Can't see the rest of your name. Sorry. Lockdown ending in England. Yeah. In your gym opening and coronavirus vaccine. Yeah, the coronavirus. I cannot wait for that vaccine to finally be out. Pack 429. Everything. Let's see. Callan 66. Thankful that she has people that she loves, even if she's on her own today, and that they're all safe. That's really good. So much thankfulness for friends and family. Electricity, watering. Oh yeah, and like that was one of the things. Natasha's place didn't have hot water for the first few days, and may not still. So, or they did, but then not enough water. So it's like hot but a trickle, something like that. I'm very thankful for hot water and electricity as well, and working Wi-Fi. Tim, who just popped in not that long ago, I don't know if he's still here. Brush Tim, aka Tim Brush, being healthy and still working for sure. And Almario, right? I think I'm saying that right. Good health of parents, which is really big. Ron is thankful to be able to cook for even a few family members, which is nice. It's nice to be able to share Thanksgiving with even just a few people for sure. Buena Belinda 12, the health, job, family, and how the election went. And then Written Car Samal, getting to eat mom's home cooked food in a shelter shelter to stay with his parents. That's great. And mom's home cooked food sounds amazing. Definitely sounds really good. I'm lucky that I've got a French grocery store around the corner to supply me with what I needed tonight, but I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for those of you that could hang out tonight a little bit, or today in your time zones, depending. And just happy that we could share a little bit of Thanksgiving together. And I'm grateful that you all are doing well, and that Notre Dame is still standing as well. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the live stream. Excuse me. I think we're going to end up wrapping it here. It was fun. We had a surprise guest. Surprise even to me, and it was delightful. Had a wonderful warm fire to sit by. Thanks to Sir Nicholas for sharing some music with him and his collective here, his crew, and for everybody watching on Twitch, for everybody watching here on YouTube as well. And just glad that we could hang out and spend a little bit of time together. Makes a Thanksgiving a little bit less lonely, which is great. I got to call my landlady back right away because, thanks, Yanni. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Sneaking in there at the last second. Appreciate that. It's very kind and generous of you. I'm glad you're still in here. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, Jenica, there you are. Perfect timing indeed. Right as I'm wrapping it up. We were just talking about you. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful for friends and family that I can call them, that I'm not isolated. Living here in France, I'm not isolated completely from my family back in the States. I'm able to make some phone calls that don't cost me anything extra to make. So that's really lucky. Fortunate there. And fortunate this year has been a hard year for all of us, really hard, and even harder for some people than others, for sure. And I'm really thankful, of course, for my patrons. Can't get through a video without thanking my patrons, because I'm so grateful for the stability that they've offered me, even in the midst of all this. And as like money from guide sales and everything else, and tourism and stuff like that. Thank you, Ines, as well, very much. I will keep it up just for a little bit longer here. So thankful to them, because if it hadn't been for them, then I would be in a much more insecure place as well. And so I'm really, really, really lucky, and really grateful for that. So thanks to them so much. And yeah, I'm just thankful for so much. And I'm thankful because of that stability as well, that this year, even though it's been weird and in a weird spot with, the creating and the videos and all that kind of stuff, and just trying to figure out where I'm at, that I have the time to really kind of sift through that a little bit, and thankful that I've got, a good therapist and good friends and people that I can really kind of work through and try to come out of the other side of this situation a better version of myself, at least, even if I'm a more tired and worn thin version of myself, because that's very possible, if not probable. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to wrap it here. What I'm going to do, though, too, is I'm going to send you over to Paul, who's going to be live streaming here shortly. I think this is for tonight. So I'm going to send you directly to, I'm going to give you a link. If you guys want to just jump straight over and keep going, if you're not done streaming, if you wish you could hang out and talk with somebody else, Paul's going to be streaming, I think, for the next hour. So there's a link to that. If you want to go, if you haven't subscribed to him already, please do. Make sure to harass him in the comments. Let him know that I sent you. And you can thank him for popping in here, because that was a lot of fun. And I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to hang out and chill. And the fact that I can get on a live stream like this and just hang out, and that there are right now 127 of you that are able to just hang out and chill with me too. That's super cool. I can remember like 4 or 5 years ago when I started vlogging daily, when I was just starting out, and I was so excited just to have a few people watching my vlogs. The idea that there would be 100 people that would just show up and chill on a Thanksgiving in a pandemic is really special, and that's really cool as well. So thanks for being a part of that, because that's something I don't reflect on nearly enough, and I am so thankful for when I do. And so, yeah, thanks for being a part of that as well. I'm glad you all could be here. Feel free to jump on that link over there, and I will see you again bright and early sometime soon for some videos, maybe some more live streams, who knows. And stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks.